Darren Mougey spoke to the local media yesterday. He had a lot to say. We're going to play buy or sell on all the things he said. Plus, we have another brand new updated intro. Boy Green Daily starts now.
Oh my gosh, it's morphin' time! To me, talking New York Jets is my superpower. Boy Green Daily starts now. Wow! Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Offense, defense, special teamwork, Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go!
And the crowd goes wild. A new intro again. Shout out to Gator. Phenomenal work. And we'll get more on that later. Hey, everybody, I'm Paul Esden Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcasts. It is the last day of March, folks. March 31st. Tomorrow is April 1st. And that means this is our last day to submit your raffle tickets for our contest. We'll get more into that in a little bit. Again, we're going to be playing some buy or sell action here on the program. Two things here. First off, let's go to a brand new member of the Boy Green Coffee Club this morning, Rob Daniels, 3187. You're in the running, baby. Rob Daniels, thank you for joining the Boy Green Coffee Club, a beautiful Jets community. Welcome, get comfortable. You got a raffle ticket to our contest for joining the Boy Green Coffee Club, and you have a new loyalty badge next to your name with access to our entire catalog of perks as a Boy Green Coffee Club member. Rob, it's great to have you a part of the family. Here's a virtual hug, buddy. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Great to have you in here. Again, if you want to join the Boy Green Coffee Club or Espresso Club, hit that join button right on your screen, baby. That's the way to do it for a great community of New York Jet fans. And it's going to be a heck of a show. Look at this. Oh, this is going to be this kind of program. Appreciate you, Rob, joining the Army. And now, number one Austrian Jet fan has joined the mix. Yes, number one Austrian Jet fan has just gifted a Boy Green Coffee Club membership here on the program. Boom, shakalaka. Let's add that to the total for our number one Austrian Jet fan, who now has 21 raffle tickets this month, which is now in sole possession of first place. Let's see who that membership went to out there in the audience. That went to Vandy FW. Welcome to the Boy Green Coffee Club, Vandy, and thank you, number one Austrian Jet fan. Thank you for all the gifted memberships so far, everybody. This is terrific. Before we go any further, though, I've got a lot of fun games I want to play. Buy or sell. We're going to be playing clips from the Mougey presser. I want to give a shout out to this hat I'm wearing right now. For the audio-only listeners, I want to send up my thoughts and love. If you guys did not see this yesterday, Pro Football Focus laid off hundreds of employees. A lot of them dear friends of mine, including Trevor Sikkema and Dalton Wasserman. Those are two of my good buddies that worked at Pro Football Focus, and they no longer work at Pro Football Focus. So I'm wearing the NFL SE hat, NFL Stock Exchange. Again, that is terrible news for those guys, but they're both talented. They're going to land on their feet, but I wanted to send a shout out there to several of the PFF employees. And yeah, Trevor Sikkema revealed last night that he was let go. I reached out to him. We were talking, and this is a terrible business sometimes, and it's cold. And I have no doubts that Trevor Sikkema and Dalton Wasserman and many of the very other talented people in our business will land on their feet quickly. Superstar. He's a superstar talent. So they're going to land on their feet. And the next media company that lands either of those individuals are going to be they're going to be very fortunate to have landed them. So, yeah, I was very stunned to read all that yesterday. That was terrible news. And let's also, with prayers up, I see number one Austrian Jet fan says not feeling very well the last couple of weeks. Well, we're thinking about you, Austrian. We're thinking about you. And I don't know if you noticed it, Austrian, but you're there in the intro. You're there in the new updated intro we just dropped, Austrian, so you may have to watch that again if we play the intro later in the show. You're in there. Indy made it in there. Chef Kevin Gilbert made it in there. James Woody made it in there. You saw EZ's part of the concert and Happen Everybody. But yeah, a few more members to the Boy Green Coffee Club sprinkled in there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. So hopefully that makes you feel a little bit better, Austrian, out there in the audience. So there you go. Let's throw it up. Folks, let's do this. We're going to play some buy or sell. Okay, Darren Mougey spoke for 7 minutes and change with the local media, and he had a lot to say. We're going to play a clip, and I'm going to tell you whether I buy what he's selling us down the river or I'm completely selling it. So without further ado, let's go through a couple of different sound bites here. Where should we start? Let's go to, yes, we'll go to this clip first about Darren Mougey leaving the door open to add a veteran quarterback before the 2026 NFL draft begins. Let's roll the footage.
Obviously, you mentioned Geno, but you also have Zappy and also Brady Cook too as well. Just, how would you evaluate just kind of the backup and backup roles behind Geno and, potentially adding somebody?
Yeah, we feel good about the quarterback room, but could potentially add another guy to the room before the draft. We'll see where that goes, but we'll monitor that quarterback market and, just see where we end up.
Totally, unequivocally buy that. Of course the Jets would be open to adding another quarterback before the draft. They have Bailey Zappi, Brady Cook, and Geno Smith. Of course they should be. Now, again, is this any comp pick bingo? I don't believe so, because the contract shouldn't be consequential, with all due respect to whoever that person is. So it shouldn't affect comp picks. And quite frankly, they're not going to get any comp picks anyway. So I think it would make a lot of sense to add that person to the room, because I think the construct of the Jets room in 2026 will be as follows in no particular order: Geno Smith, random veteran, random rookie. I think that's going to be the room. I think it's going to be a 3-pack, and the Jets will keep 3 quarterbacks on the 53-man roster. That is my informed speculation. Or just speculation. Maybe it's not informed at all. But yes, I believe that's exactly. I'm 100% buying that. They should be looking, quite frankly. That makes plenty of sense to be able to do that, and they should be doing it, quite frankly. The Jets quarterback room just doesn't have enough meat on the bone. So, 1,000%. That's exactly what they should be doing, and apparently they're doing it. So, great. That is something I'd buy. B-U-Y. Buy. Yes, not quite in sync. Buy, a different buy, but works nonetheless. So 100%, yes, I'm totally buying that. So leaving the door open for a QB2 edition makes a lot of sense. We're going to buy that from old Darren Mougey. All right, let's stay with the quarterbacks. The latest on Ty Simpson. Roll it.
Your impressions of Ty Simpson and his private workout?
It was good. It was a good visit with Ty. Really enjoyed the time down there. We went to dinner and had a workout in the morning with him. It was good.
How do you evaluate a player there, Darren? He doesn't have a lot of games played, so it's the sample size is pretty small and it's coming out. So I mean, how much of a does it make him a bigger risk than maybe some other guys? I mean, when does the risk?
No, I mean, obviously we want the biggest sample size we can. It's always projections with all these draft players, right? So the bigger the sample size, naturally you might feel a little better about it. But we'll still evaluate him. There's a lot of good things to see in the games he did play.
How much do you factor in just like a player's environment, especially, with the transfer portal and stuff like coaching changes, all that stuff, when you're evaluating these players?
Yeah, all of it comes into the equation, and it's a unique landscape we're in now with just all these players having so many transfers and different stops, and we'll exhaust all of our sources at those different stops to get to know the players better.
A shout out, by the way, Craig Mechanic says the haircut, though, for Darren Mougey. Yes, very nice, Craig Mechanics. Good notice. Yeah, clean cut. I'll tell you this. I buy that the Ty Simpson visit went well. Again, Rich Cimini sort of gave us a nugget on this on a previous Jets Collective podcast episode. Ty Simpson is the son of a coach. Of course, he looks good on the whiteboard. Of course, in pro day setup where it's a dress rehearsal, he looks really good. The private workout, I'm sure the Jets are throwing him through the gambit when they did that, I'm sure. But I buy that he looked good. I buy the Jets are interested. Now, how interested? We will all find out the answer to that during the draft. If they take him at 16th overall, I guess they're pretty interested. So, I buy all of that they'd be interested at some level, that the visit went well. And one of the interesting comments he made is about the starts, because that's the thing we keep hammering over and over and over again. If you are concerned, which I am, if you're concerned about anything with Ty Simpson, there could be a few things you're concerned about. But with me, the thing that's concerning is 15 college starts. That's not a lot. And not only is that not a lot, he's also older. He's 23. He will be 24 as a rookie. So he's going to be an older player that has not enough experience. That's sort of a weird combo platter that you picked up at the buffet. But here's the thing that Darren Mougey was sort of asked about that. How important is that? And Darren Mougey seemed to downplay it. And downplay will be an important word for a few other clips that I'm not buying from Darren Mougey, I hope, but more on that later. But there's a lot of projection of the draft, and it is true. You see something in college, and you say, okay, we think he could do this at the NFL level. And not everything is translatable. Just because a guy has, like David Bailey, right? Just because he has 14 and a half sacks at the college level does not mean he's going to have that at the NFL level. Some players have minimal production in college and then pop in the NFL. So it's a projection business. It's a projection business. So that's interesting. And we will go back to that clip of the Jets draft Ty Simpson and go, wow, so they didn't care about the college start thing. So that's interesting to me. So good on Ty Simpson. Okay. Let's go this. Okay, this is one of the most disturbing clips we're going to see today, and I'll explain why. I'm hoping I sell this. I'm going to be candid, but let's roll the footage. Mougey asked about the wide receiver 2 situation.
I think we was looking at it. You addressed a lot of holes in the roster, but one that might still be there is receiver 2. How do you feel about that position right now? And are you looking draft there, or you still might add a veteran there?
I feel good about the wide receiver room. Obviously, getting Garrett back and healthy will be big for us, and seeing A.D. Mitchell and Isaiah and Arian, having those guys take the next step and continue to grow. But like all positions, we'll continue to evaluate the markets and see, is there an opportunity to add, competition and depth.
You've been a little active in trades. That's something you've done a little bit of.
Yeah.
Mostly, though, it's been a lot of the acquiring picks and things of that nature. Some of that compensation that you've gotten specifically within the top 100 picks of this draft, could you, piggybacking off of what Kaz said regarding a receiver, could you foresee being active in a trade market with one of those picks to get a proven, legitimate guy on the trade market?
I think everything's always on the table, and those are conversations that are ongoing throughout the year, really. But as we pivot from this week, get back into draft meetings, our focus will really be on the draft. And as we get into the draft, building the draft board and seeing kind of what's there. But I'm always going to pick up the phone. We're always going to have conversations, so we'll see.
Yeah, I love all that. Yeah, I'm always going to listen when you call. That's GM speak. But I'm hopefully selling this, that Darren Mougey is putting up a front that he's very satisfied with the wide receiver room. Again, I am cautiously selling this because I hope that it's all malarkey, that this is just lying season. He's just saying nonsense. Because clearly the Jets have a need at wide receiver. And I hope this isn't, I'll write a column about this today probably. I hope this is not the ghosts of yesteryear. Because remember, Darren Mougey and company were pretty comfortable at defensive tackle. And then they were pretty comfortable. They didn't sign anyone of note. They didn't draft anybody. And we're months and months and months through the process. And last second, they're like, ooh, this defensive tackle room is questionable. And we're like, yeah, we've been telling you this the entire time, man. What the? Yeah, come on, man. And they added Harrison Phillips. He added Juwan Brayshaw. Okay, here we go. So hopefully, he doesn't fall asleep at the wheel here and says, no, wide receiver is fine. And then we get to training game like, oh, boy, wide receiver is not fine. I want you to come to that conclusion on March 31st, not July 31st. Okay? So I'm hopefully selling this. Mougey, I hope you are not satisfied with this wide receiver room. Again, I love Garrett Wilson. He can be the number 1 wide receiver. He should be the number 1 wide receiver, but you need more meat on this bone, man. What if Garrett Wilson goes down? And I don't even want to think about that, but I was forced to think about it last year. He missed the first 10 games of his career, man. First 10 games of his career. And that room, and then when Garrett Wilson's the only guy, the opposing defense, like, all right, we're going to double and triple team Garrett, and we're going to force someone else to beat us. And guess what? When teams on the other side made that bet, they normally won because the Jets didn't have people that could create separation. They didn't have people that can make plays. And, in basketball, we talk about someone who can make a shot. We didn't have people who could make shots when Garrett Wilson was double covered or when Garrett Wilson was unavailable. We didn't have people who could make shots. So, oh boy. Yeah, I'm hoping to sell this puppy. I'm seeing the perhaps sarcastic Arian Smith love in the chat, but I need some wide receiver love. So, Booch, I'm going to sell this one, and I hope you're selling your own words too, man, because wide receiver is a huge need. And while I am encouraged by, Isaiah Williams, I thought he showed some chutzpah, certainly, in his limited opportunities. Like, oh, okay, there's something there, but not something they're like a wide receiver too, something they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, maybe that could be a role player in the greater scheme, the bigger picture, perhaps. But I'm gonna sell that one, Mooch. Oh, I think we might have another sell here. Darren Mougey asked about the influence of the 2027 NFL Draft into the plans of 2026.
I'm curious, when you are building the draft board and you guys are having these conversations, do you discuss next year's draft at all, and like particular positions? Do you go, we think 2027 is going to be great at long snapper. So
right.
We're not going to take a long snapper.
We are talking long snappers.
Yeah, so we're not going to take a long snapper in 2026. Like, is that real? Like,
those discussions happen a little bit, but really we're so focused on the work we got to do now, and there's so much work, and we've got so much opportunity this year in this class. So most of the focus is on. I mean, there are some discussions about it, but those are big projections,
right?
And we've all seen that landscape change. So you never know. So you really need to be in the now and the focus on the now.
Yeah. Supposedly, it's a good year for long snappers.
Yeah.
Next year. All
right. Rich Cimini, hey, funny guy, huh? I love that from Rich there at the end. Brian Costello asked the initial question. So you have to sell this. There's no way. Darren Mougey is way too forward thinking to say, nope, it's the 2026 draft. We don't really talk about the 2027 draft. You have to talk about it. I sell this completely. You have to be thinking about the 2027 NFL draft. Now, to the point, are you to that level? And Brian Costello is picking a random position like long snapper just for the sake of his question. But like, is it to that level that they're talking about long snappers, or saying, oh, I don't know, our scouts say the tight end position's pretty good, we should probably ignore it? I don't know if it's to that level, but bigger picture, how are you not talking about quarterback? And I'm not saying whether the Jets should do this or shouldn't do this, because I don't know. I'm not a draft expert. I enjoy the draft. I'm a draft fan. I'm a draft enthusiast. Okay, but I'm not some draft expert that can break down 2027 quarterback film. That's just not on my bingo card, but I appreciate the people who can do it. But, how, if you're the Jets, you asked for 2027 capital from the Cowboys. They would have given you even more 2026 capital. You asked for 2027 capital. Why did you do that? Well, speaking of, we brought up Trevor Sikkema in the NFL SC hat earlier. Trevor Sikkema joined me a bunch of months ago and said that it was great forward thinking from Mooch around the trade deadline to be thinking ahead and doing that. So he is definitely thinking ahead for this, for sure. I don't know if it's at every position. That part I won't push back on. Like, I don't know if he's saying, oh, the running backs next year, the tight ends, and wide receiver. I don't know if he has like calibrations for every position. That may be an insane amount of work balancing that work and his current work. So maybe that part is more projection and you don't know, but how could you not possibly be thinking? Come on, Mooch. There's no way you're not thinking about that. You're too damn smart, man. You're too damn smart. You're definitely thinking. I'm selling that, buddy. I'm selling that. All right, what about this? This will be part opening statement, part question from Antoine Staley of the New York Daily News about what's the best way to put this? The Aaron Glenn used this word a lot too, like intentional. That's the word I was looking for. Intentional. The Jets intentionally added veteran players. That was part of Darren Mougey's opening statement. It's also factored into the first question. Here is Darren Mougey on all the veteran additions this offseason for the Jets.
The emphasis going into free agency was really about adding some veteran, experienced players and leadership and kind of retooling the defense, and feel really good about where we came out as a team. And last week got a chance to get on the road and get out to some pro days and some workouts, which was great. And now we're here this week and look forward to get back in Jersey end of the week and starting the draft process and building the board and jumping full board into the draft. So with that, I'll open up to any questions.
What was it important for you to add that veteran leadership to this team?
Yeah, I know going into the offseason and prior to acquiring those veteran players, we were one of the youngest teams in the NFL. So we talked about that in the offseason and targeted a few guys, and we're able to land those guys and feel really good about the team and where we're at now.
By the way, real quick thing here. So obviously we're talking about Mougey right now, and I'm throwing you clips from his session with the media yesterday. Aaron Glenn will speak at 11 o'clock today here on Tuesday. And I'm curious if someone asked him this question, because Mooch wasn't asked this question. Last year, the Jets said, we want to get young. Can't be afraid of youth. Can't be afraid of making mistakes. And Aaron Glenn went young. And the Jets had, as Aaron Glenn and Mougey both said, like a top 3 youngest roster in football last year. And they were intentional this offseason, which, by the way, I buy that they were intentional. I don't think it was random. It was absolutely part of the plan to bring in veterans in here. So I buy that part. But someone should ask Aaron Glenn today, like, what happened? What changed? You said you wanted to go super young. And then the season stunk, of course. And then now you're like, whoa, we need veterans. Did he miscalibrate? Is that a made-up word? Did he miscalibrate what he thought the team was and what the team needed and what he thought he was going to get out of it? So he said, wow, I clearly made a mistake. Now we need to do this. I would just like a thought process from AG on that decision. I agree that it is intentional. I buy that it was intentional. It makes a lot of sense to bring some leadership in here. Did he think he had leadership that he didn't have, and thus now he has to replace it? Maybe. I don't know. But I'd be curious to hear that answer from AG. He should speak for like 30 minutes at the coaches' breakfast coming up at 11 o'clock today. Boy Green Meets Woody will be live on the show at 3 o'clock, and that will be a real hoot. I will not be live on the show. Syracuse Mets baseball, so I will be unavailable for that program, barring weather, although it's been thunderstorming all over here in New York. So maybe I will surprisingly be on there. We'll see. But I won't be. But the show will go on, baby. Michael Kay and James Woody will be joining you live today at 3 o'clock. And they'll also have the 3 o'clock show on Thursday, more Syracuse Mets baseball. These first couple of weeks are afternoon games, so we're doing some different things. Hopefully you guys enjoy all that content. I'm sure they'll be breaking down AG coming up at 3 o'clock later today here on this channel and the Woody channels as well, and things of that nature. So yeah, I think it was intentional completely. I love the Demario Davis edition. If you go to our pre-free agency episode, I was pounding the table for Demario. Thought he would be, for him, it would be coming home. Like, Demario is not just a ring chaser. I'm sure he would love championships. And who knows? The Jets just won 3 games last year, so it's hard for us to talk about championships. We haven't even made the playoffs in 15 years. But I thought there could be a coming home heartstring pull for Demario, and there was, obviously. He has said that at all his press conferences so far. He's still playing at a high level. The Jets needed his leadership. He gets to come home and potentially put a bow on his magical career. We'll see if this is the last contract of his career. He's playing phenomenal, and he's only missed 2 games in his career, one of those from COVID. So Demario his body looks like it's in phenomenal shape by all accounts. So it looks like he could keep playing as long as he wants to. But the leadership to me, with David Onyemata on the line, Demario Davis, they intentionally added some clear guys here. I think that's pretty and fairly obvious from that perspective. I do believe. All right, so good one on the veteran. Again, that included a little bit of the opening statement from old Mougey and some other ones. We've got a couple more clips to play, and then we'll open up the phone lines here on the program. Let's go to this. Does Darren Mougey know what the hell he's going to do with the number 2 overall pick as we are 24 days away for the 2026 NFL draft?
How much clarity do you have now with the number 2 pick in terms of all the speculation is either Reese or Bailey or Reese?
Yeah.
How much clarity do you know now?
I feel good about where we're at in the process, but there's still a lot of work to be done. We'll get back to Jersey end of this week. We'll really fire up our meetings next week and have a lot of good discussions over the next few weeks leading up to the draft.
With guys like that, like, how much do you weigh production versus like what you see on tape, like proven production versus, like a guy like Reese had like 4 sacks or whatever, whereas Bailey had?
Of course, obviously, like similar to the question earlier, where the starts, the career production, all of it goes into the equation. But we're in the business of projecting these guys and how they're going to play at the next level.
This is a buy and sell situation. I normally don't like being wishy-washy. You want to have some conviction. Oh, this is a clear buy or a clear sell. So Mougey has been very open and transparent about the process of what he does. And he talked about this on a different podcast, the Jets official podcast here, about what they plan on doing. They're doing all this NFL league meeting stuff. And then they meet as a staff on Friday. The scouts all return from around the country on Sunday. They start the full draft meetings on Monday, this upcoming Monday, and then that takes you through the draft. all those meetings and conversations. So I buy that part of the process and that there is still more hay to be put in the barn. But you gotta think that the Jets have a pretty good inkling of what they're going to do with the number 2 overall pick. I would have to imagine, right? Number 1 Austrian Jet fan saying the Mooginator, the Moogician, the Mooge. All right. You got to think that this man has a pretty good inkling about what he's going to do. Can you be surprised? Can things happen? Of course. But that part of it, I'm like, eh. But again, with this process, it makes sense that a bunch of new information is about to come. It seems crazy that, like, wow, they packed this in a very short period of time. But, when you start sort of divvying up the off season, when the season ends in the first week of January, and then which for some Jet fans, maybe it ended earlier than that. But that first week of January, then you got to get right to free agency and franchise tags and this and that and this, and then the annual league meetings, and then okay, draft. So, like, there's just a lot that happens. So, yeah, maybe I should be buying all of this, but, I just have to feel that he has a pretty good feeling of what the heck he's going to be doing. So that's a buy and sell situation there. That's a buy and sell situation. Here's a quickie.
You guys made a decision on Will McDonald's option yet?
We have not, but I would anticipate us, picking up the 5th-year option with Will.
No reason not to buy that one. That's pretty simple. A 7-second clip. I think that's the quickest clip that we have. The Jets have until May 1st to make the 5th-year option decision on Will McDonald's contract. Now, depending on your location of choice, there are some conflicting reports on how much this 5th-year option is. Beat reporters have reported different numbers, but I'm pretty sure I got this from the NFL CBA. They released these numbers earlier this offseason, so I'm fairly certain this updated number I have is correct for Will McDonald, and it is. I just had it here a second ago, and then, of course, it refreshes here. Okay. Yeah, I believe that the 5th-year option for Will McDonald is $14.47 million fully guaranteed. Again, there's some conflicting numbers out there. There's a $13 million figure hanging out there, but I'm pretty sure I went over the NFL CBA release that came out. They released the official numbers for all the 5th-year options, and I'm pretty sure Will McDonald's 5th-year option, this would be for the 2027 season, it's fully guaranteed, is $14.47 million. Now, Will McDonald is a guy that is polarizing among the Jets fan base. A lot of people were ready to get rid of him when they heard all the trade calls at the deadline. The Jets were not. They were the opposite. They turned down calls, according to Connor Hughes. They turned down trade inquiries about Will McDonald. And I would just say this on the Will McDonald thing for all the people that are like, Will McDonald. This is a guy over the last 2 years that has 18 and a half sacks. That's a lot of production, man. That's a lot of production. And now you would think, schematically speaking, that this defense will suit him better, where he's sort of going to be this stand-up pass rusher, and his ability with the speed and the spin move and getting around the bend. Like, Will McDonald could very much eat here. He could very much eat here in this scheme. It is, of course, going to depend who's opposite of him. Is that Arvell Reese? Is that David Bailey? Is there somebody else in the mix? I don't know of other moves. But, yeah, I buy because there's no reason to sell. Moody says, yeah, I anticipate picking it up. Not official yet. They don't have to make that decision until May 1st. Plenty of teams have already made it official. You've seen that sprinkled at the annual league meetings. Several teams just said, we're picking it up, or we're not picking it up. So the Jets have not made that official. They don't have to make that official till May 1st, but it makes a lot of sense because while you may say, whoa, just under $15 million, that seems like a lot of money. But if you sort of combine the figures here on Will McDonald, and I have his contract here in front of me, okay? So think about it this way on Will. You may say just under $50 million, fully guaranteed for 2027. Sounds like a lot. But for the 2026 season, he's owed a $5 million base salary. So you have Will McDonald for 2 years and $20 million. To have think about it. So 2-year deal is what it's going to be if they accept it. Count the money for both years. It's going to be a 2-year deal for $20 million total. The highest paid pass rushers in football is like Micah Parsons at $46 million. Will McDonald is making less than half of Micah in 1 year across 2. All right. $20 million. Like, that's a good deal, man. $20 million is a really good deal. So to me, I think Will McDonald has a chance to really cook here. $20 million across 2 years, a $10 million average for a pass rusher. That's basically what Kingsley Enagbari just got. But we have the 18.5 sacks over the last 2 years, man. Yeah, see, there you go. Less than half of, I think that math makes sense, Joe Holmes. McDonald's less than half of Micah. Yeah, Micah's making like 47 million, so it's less than, I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot. But the point is that he's going to be making over the next 2 years if it's accepted. If the option was declined, Will McDonald's a free agent next offseason. If it's accepted, he's under contract for 2026 and 2027. So, I like that. Yeah, they should exercise it. They should accept it. That's smart business. And obviously, in a way, they sort of picked him over Jermaine. And speaking of Jermaine, let's get to that clip. We haven't heard from Darren Mougey since he made the trade of Jermaine Johnson to Devondre Sweat. What happened?
We haven't seen the Jermaine trade. What led to that?
I just felt good about the player we're going to get in Devondre Sweat. Felt good about the edge market, both in free agency and in the draft coming up. So it was an opportunity that worked out for all parties, and I'm glad it worked out.
Fascinating commentary here from Mougey when you sort of really boil it down. There have been people that said, didn't Jermaine Johnson ask for a trade? And Darren Mougey kept saying, he said it in this presser. He did a little SNY side piece. He's done a few interviews yesterday. And he kept saying it was best for all parties, best for all parties, best for all parties. That feels like suddenly head nodding to the Jermaine asked for a trade thing. Like, best for all parties. We got something. He got something. See ya. Sort of feels like it. Feels like a subtle tip of the cap to the Jermaine Johnson stuff. And I'll tell you, Jermaine, I liked the person. I liked all that. But, he hasn't been the same since the Achilles. And he should be better this year, but you don't know. He's in the last year of his fifth-year option. And by all accounts, the Jets weren't going to pay him. So you can flip him and get a piece. And you heard this from Mougey in this one. And also, I'll share some other clips from the other interviews at some point later today about it. But the fact of the matter is, defensive tackle was thin as hell this offseason. The top defensive tackle, and even if you count him as one, is John Franklin Myers in free agency, and he got a freaking bag from the Tennessee Titans. And there just wasn't many more free agent options there. And then the draft is whatever. So, the Jets made a calculated, I love this, and I'm buying all the prognostication of what Darren Mougey says, hey, here's Jermaine for $13 million and change, but look at the edge rushers we could get with Arvell Reese potentially. Look at David Bailey as an option. Look at the free agent market of Joseph Asai and Kingsley Enagbari. And like, hey, man, I like that gamble. We fill a need that is going to be hard to fill otherwise with Devondre Sweat, and then sort of, recalibrate the edge rusher room. And I think that was smart business from Mougey, especially if you're not going to resign the guy, which was by all accounts the truth. So good stuff there from old Mooch. The old Moodster. Very nice. Let's keep playing some buy or sell. Guys, make sure you guys like the video here. Like the video. We got 300 people in the room. Appreciate that. Hell yeah. Like the video and make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're only a few subscribers away, believe it or not, from another milestone, 8,530. So keep that cooking, baby. All right, let's play a couple more clips here. Then we'll open up the phone lines here on the show. Yes. Breece Hall?
Where's things stand with Breece Hall right now, and what's your confidence level in being able to get a deal done before the July?
Good. Things are in a good place, and I'm hopeful with Breece. Obviously, we'll get through this draft process, and after the draft, I'm going to shift my focus back there and hopeful to get something done with Breece.
Another buy situation. It doesn't make any so the Jets tried to, by all accounts, tried to negotiate with Breece before the franchise tag deadline. They couldn't get something done, and then they're like, well, tag, you're in. And now you're like, all right, let's put Breece Hall aside and let's start looking at other things, because now you have till July 15th to work out a deal. So there is pressure to get something done, and then poof, all right, well, he's tagged. Now we can work on other stuff, other free agent moves, the draft's coming up. So once the draft is over, and then we all just go, whoo, once you sort of breathe for a second on the draft, then after the draft, you have like May, June. You have 2.5 months to work out whatever this Breece Hall thing is. So totally buy that. Now, here's the question for the Jets. Maybe the decision is made here. Sounds like the Jets are all in on re-signing Breece. It sounds like Breece wants mucho money. what's going to be that contract figure? And what does it look like? Is there an escape for the Jets? Is it like straight commitment? Is it just like almost like a double franchise tag for a 2-year period? I'm curious because I'm sure Brees at 24 is like, hey man, when can I get back to the free agent market as quickly as possible? So that's probably part of the calibration of the negotiations. Is Brees shooting for like a 2-year deal? Does he want a long-term deal? I would assume the Jets want a long-term deal. So interesting machinations here of what's happening, but totally the timeline makes sense. Not even going to think about it until a month from now. And then let's go back to war and see if we can hammer this out. So Mougey, that's going to be a buy for me. And then one last Mougey clip to get to. Would he trade the number 2 overall pick?
That second overall pick that you guys have, are you imagining that, look, we've got a guy, we're taking a guy too, or are you considering, or would you consider moving back?
Yeah, we're always open. We're open. We'll go through this draft process, like I said, and really build the board. And the calls typically don't happen until middle as it gets closer to the draft. But we'll always be open. Always pick up the phone.
I have heard that story. It was a couple of years ago, but Mike Tannenbaum, former Jets GM, joined me on this show, and I love the stories from Mike. And he talked about how he worked out a first-round trade like the day before the Revis trade with the Carolina Panthers to move up. And I just saw they did a throwback 5-minute clip on the Jets social media channels about how that all came together, and then the draft conversations about Jets potentially moving up for Revis back when Adam Schefter was at NFL Network. Now NFL Network is ESPN, so go figure. That's neither here nor there. Fascinating. Yeah, I'm sure he's open to it. So buy, I suppose. Why wouldn't you be open? But I just don't. I don't think so. I know all you fans, every time we do a mock draft, you're on the chair like, Paul, trade number 2. And maybe there is something. If there's a mini drop down you could do, I'm sort of open to it, depending on the value you can get. But I also, and I've seen Nagi Iboko in our chat, is a huge proponent of this. Why not just stick and pick? You have the number 1 overall pick. You earned this with your shitty season. You have the number 1 overall pick of all the non-quarterbacks. I should have finished my thought. So again, number 1 pick of all the non-quarterbacks, because Fernando Mendoza obviously is going first overall. You earned that ticket. Use your scouting, use your process. There should be a player that is clear and better than all the rest, and it's your job, Jets, to figure out who that player is and who is that transcendent talent that you can add to this team and make some noise. So, sure, he should be open. You never know what crazy bleep can happen in the draft, of course, but, to be candid, the Jets should strongly consider sticking and picking, taking whoever they believe is that top guy. You have your pick of any other position. You could have your top wide receiver. You could have your top pass rusher. You could have your top running back. You could have your top linebacker. I don't give a shit what it is, but you have the first overall pick of whatever that is, because it's unlikely going to be Ty Simpson. Maybe we all get surprised it's Ty Simpson and I lose my lid at the draft, but you have a golden opportunity here, and the advice is don't screw it up. Don't screw it up. There we go. That was some fun buy or sell on a bunch of the Mougey clips. I caught all those up yesterday. Some fascinating stuff. Again, Aaron Glenn Speaks live at 11 o'clock. You guys can watch that on the New York Jets social media channels and also on NewYorkJets.com. AG will speak for about 30 minutes and change. There you go, Tank for Ty. You appreciate that? Maybe it is going to happen. We're all going to be a big, happy family. So salute to you, Tank for Ty, in our YouTube comment section. So, AG was speaking at 11. There should be a lot of fascinating things from AG. He said a lot of fascinating things last year. So we'll see if that happens. All right, let's do this, people. Again, today is the last day of the raffle. If you're new to the channel, let me quickly say I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Every single month on this channel, we do a raffle. And it's all you have to do out there in the audience, if you want to get involved, is if you're watching on YouTube, there's a little money sign. Click that. Then a bunch of options pop up. You can gift channel memberships. You can send in super stickers. You can send in super chats. But today is the final day of the raffle. We do a new one every month, but today's the last day. So you can stuff the ballot box again in as many raffles as you'd like today on the show. And then tomorrow, we will give away our prize pack. And here is some of our prizes. So we have this, a 24-ounce New York Jets tumbler. It has every logo the New York Jets have ever had. You see Titans on here, Jets on here. It's beautiful. We have this in the running. Okay, that's one of the items. Let me see what else we got down here. And we got some other items for next month. You guys are going to love that. All right, here you go. Let me pull this up. Look at this. Let's give a big thank you to the New York Giants for Sam Darnold. There you go, the Captain America flag, a throwback. Thank you, Giants, for that. So we got the Sam Darnold shirt. He won the Super Bowl. Not for the Jets, unfortunately, but he won the Super Bowl this past year. And then we have the old school New York Jets training camp hoodie. There you go. Nice. Got the drawstring. Very nice. It's got the insignia on the side panel here on the sleeve, which is very nice. Yeah, there it is. Right there. Nice. So there you go. A New York Jets training camp hoodie. All that is available, folks. So if you, we're going to be giving those 3 items away on the show tomorrow. So feel free to hop on. Again, all you have to do is spend $3 on the channel. YouTube memberships are $3 every time you gift one of those or buy one of those for yourself. If you hit that join button, you get a raffle ticket. But I'll tell you, I think the best deal you can do on this channel, if I am to say, well, all of them are good deals, but the best deal, I believe, quite frankly, is the Espresso Club, which is $5.99. If you hit that join button on your screen, it's $5.99. And you get 5 raffle tickets automatically. Raffle tickets are $3 a piece. That's a $15 value, but you're only paying $6. And then you're in the raffle. And as long as you stay an Espresso Club member, you get 5 raffle tickets to every raffle for the rest of time. And we're going to keep doing them every single month here on the channel. So you get your money back immediately with raffle tickets, but you also get all the perks. The Espresso Club meetings at the end of the month, the special exclusive YouTube shorts, and if you're an Espresso Club member, you get all the Coffee Club membership levels as well, which, by the way, let me throw up here on the screen so you guys can see it, and then we'll jump over to the phone lines here. Here it is. These are the 2 YouTube membership. If you hit that join button on your screen on YouTube, these 2 options pop up. The Boy Green Coffee Club for $2.99, which, by the way, a shout out earlier in the show, we had Rob Daniels, baby, joining the Boy Green Coffee Club. Thank you so much, Rob. Again, you have a raffle ticket for our contest this month. And Austrian Jet Fan gifted one as well. So let's go. And Hop on Pop, I see, with a super chat here on the show. WOW.
Wow.
Go beautiful. Hop on Pop is at 10 raffle tickets so far this month. Very much appreciated. Said, hey now, Mougey, wake up the echoes. There you go. Let's bring it all back, baby. That'd be great. Shout out to Hop on Pop with a super chat coming here on the program. And here they are. The Coffee Club level gives you a loyalty badge, access to all our custom emojis that are made by our friends over at Jets Worldwide, wide, all one word, a YouTube channel, early access to new videos. Again, we're going to try to have as many phenomenal guests here over the next couple weeks as we can to get you guys ready for the draft for some big names, member shout-outs, priority reply to comments, and so much more. And again, the Espresso Club is just more exclusive content just for you guys. Members-only shorts, only you guys see that. Members-only live shows at the end of every month. We've had 3 so far. We'll figure out the timing of the draft. That one may throw a little bit of a wrench in the timing of that one, but we'll definitely do one at some point at the end of April as well. So keep an eye out for that. Yes, sir. So let's friggin' go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick timeout. I think you guys are going to enjoy this. This is a brand new, we normally take a HEP timeout where we go live to our tailgate. And we are, in a way, but this is a brand new one from our friend Gator. I hope you enjoy. We'll be back after this.
1, 2, 3.
Jets
And the crowd goes wild. Of course they did for the old hipster. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That was the debut. We haven't uploaded that to YouTube. So whoever just saw that, that's the first time you're seeing it. A brand new production by Gator, and shout out to Hep for recording all that behind the scenes. And he mixed and matched. And again, that's above my pay grade. I don't know. I just know I put the right people in charge. I had absolutely nothing to do with that beyond that. But rock on. That's a cool new rocked up version of Boy Green Daily. We'll still mix it in. We still have the other, Hep original, unedited from Lou B. We have that one as well. So mix it up. We have a show every day, so we have a lot of opportunities to mix it up, baby. So that should be a lot of fun. So excellent. Again, another shout out to Gator and Hep. That was so cool, and I get a kick out of it. I'm going to be honest. I probably shouldn't admit how many times I've listened to it. I'm just like, yeah, it's just on repeat. I'm just rocking out here to a concert for myself. It's so I'm always in it, man. That is phenomenal. With that being said, let's jump over to the phone lines. It's a pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. If you'd like to call into the show, feel free to do so. That is the way. And we start off with Hep. What's up, Hep?
Hey, Paul. Hey, fellas. I saw that Gator put changed up to the opening thing a little bit, and there's 4 guys in the stands, and I noticed Chef, and I noticed Indy, and I wasn't too sure of the guy that's in the middle. Was it Bradshaw?
Yeah, let me see. Let me pull it up here. Okay, so someone took a screenshot of it, so I have it here. Oh, here it is. Okay, all right. Let me turn my phone. Maybe that'll make it bigger. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, so here it is. Let me go full screen, I guess. Okay, so you guys can see this. It's okay. There's some cameos in there, some Easter eggs if you sort of peek around. So, okay, here's the people. All right.
Woody, right?
Yeah, so we got Woody down there on the far.
Is that Bradshaw?
That is Austrian Jets fan.
Oh, Austrian Jet fan.
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't see him. I don't see his face too often.
Yeah, right. Which again, totally understandable. Yeah. Shout out to Gator. He put the country of Austria on his T-shirt.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
Which is, but again, it passes so quickly, it's hard to see. And obviously there's Indy and Chef Kevin Gilbert and stuff like that. And I'll just tell you, it's cool that So I just maybe Gator's getting annoyed with it, but the fact that he's just like so dedicated, like he made it. I paid him. I said thank you very much, and that's awesome. And then he just said, I made a few more tweaks. I want to make it better. And for nothing, no extra charge, no nothing. It's just him saying, we could do this better. We could do this better. I'm like, wow, cool. Thank you. That's super neato. So that was awesome. So so Austrian, Woody, you, and Chef Kevin Gilbert all made the list. And hopefully, and it's cool because like I said, I gave Gator full creative control. I give him a couple of suggestions, maybe some of this, but I'm sure whatever you do is fine. And he went to town. So for anyone in the coffee club or a special club that didn't make it in, hell, I hope we make more people in. That was super cool, and hopefully more of that happens in the future.
That's what I was hoping for too. As far as when Luke B did that draft yesterday, he didn't take Jeremiah Love.
He didn't, right? He was going to take him the first time, and then he just changed his mind. Do I still have that? Let me see if I still have that crazy draft he had. Let me see. Wait, where is this? Oh, yeah, I can't miss it. It's so friggin' big. Oh, here it is. All right. This. Oh, dear Lord. He traded back and traded up. But I mean, this was, he was all over the place on this one. Yeah, this was old Lou B, David Bailey, Carnell Tate, Jacob Rodriguez. Like he came away with a lot of big names, and then Drew Aller in the 4th round. There was a lot of movement here, but no Jeremiah Love, which was crazy.
Yeah. Well, my Jeremiah Love draft would be I would trade back to Tennessee, pick up the 3rd rounder, and then I would draft Love in that slot, and then at 16, stay put. I would draft Vega. And then at 33, if the wide receiver is not there, I think he might go in the early 1st round. Boston.
Denzel Boston, Washington.
The late first. If he's not there, then I would take Simpson probably. But let's say Boston's there. I'll take Boston. And then 44, I'll take the best center.
Ooh, and then, they're all going to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Allure in the 4th. And I would just make it an offensive. Boop. That's my thing, you know.
Which again, we've talked about it forever, man. Offense,
Yeah.
offense, offense. I love the song. Offense, defense, special teams. You know,
Yeah.
offense, offense. Maybe that could be another verse.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be great. Let's offense it the hell up. Quarterback, some pass catchers, some protection. You know, if we have too much of those things, I'd love to have that first world problem. Like, geez, wow, we have too many wide receivers. Oh boy, too many tight ends. Oh geez, well, what are we going to do with them all? Okay, great. Let me have that problem. I've had too many of the other problems. Like, geez, do we have enough people to sort of cobble together a starting lineup here? Like, it's been some dark times. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
There he is. Hep Rockstar joining us here on the show. Pow. By the way, Gator's watching the show. Let me see. Let me give a quick shout out to Gator here. I saw a Gator around there somewhere. There he goes. Thanks, y'all. Yeah, that was awesome. So he did some massive work. I mean, it was just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Oh, cool. All right, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. A shout out to Gator. He is a man of many talents. All right, let me see. Let me see if this pops up here. Here we go. Well, let me cycle through these. Okay, let me see if I can blow this up bigger. All right, hang on tight, folks. I'm going to try to show you guys some of the cool changes that Gator made. Let me see. Let's see here. Will this work? Maybe. If now, it's causing a whole thing. All right, I will try to show you guys. I'll try to download some of these and show you guys all these changes. Let's see. Shout out. It's kind of like what's that game we all played as kids, you know, where I Spy, I guess, you know, maybe that's it, where you see some of the changes that occurred here on the shish kebab. It's okay. Let's oh yeah, cool. Okay, this will work. All right, so here you go. That's Uncle Indy made the list. Number one Austrian Jets fan, Chef Kevin Gilbert, James Woody. You guys all made the cut there from old Gator on the new video. We also have some different musical tones. You see, AG Darren Mougey made the intro. Not sure if you guys saw that in the crowd. There's Moog. There's some AG action on the new intro. So they made the cut. Easy, obviously. Guitar. Pop on Pop is in there. Okay, there's a little bit of that action. Very nice. I'll show a couple more here. Then we'll get back to the phone lines. There's BG rocking out. Nice beard. The 31 jersey. Very nice. Little AG action and the cool concert venue. Very nice. That's good. Here's some other changes. Some Fireman Ed impression there, where he's saying "Let's go" and the roaring crowd. That's terrific. There's another change that happened on the intro, and then I think there's one more here. Oh yeah, here we go. Very nice. And then the different boy green, logo splattered on the drum, and the fans of the audience. Man, this was just so cool. Gator did a terrific job. Shout out to Gator, super talented guy, and again, a perfectionist, and he did a lot of cool stuff to update the intro. And so we have the updated intro that is in there. So thank you to again Gator, spectacular. He did a wonderful job. Yeah, you guys are funny. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. We have Badshaw here on the program. What's up, Badshaw? Good morning.
Well, so my first question is, I thought I heard you say you have one of these Nick Mangold shirts. Did you purchase one?
I did. It's somewhere. Yes.
Okay. So my question is, next time you get it out,
mm-hmm.
I thought something was up with the shirt because it's always, the face is always leaning to the right.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, man, is something up with my back? And is like my belly just leaning over to the right? And then last night when I was getting it out of the dryer, I noticed like the whole face is like cropped on the shirt to the right. Like they didn't crop it right down in the middle. So I don't know if it's just my shirt or like
I see.
But mine's got the face. It's a black shirt and it says a True Jet on the back.
Yes, that's what I got. Yep. I have the same shirt.
So next time you get it out, just look
okay.
and see if yours is cropped funny, because I was like, and there's no telling, my wife probably like bought it from, I don't know, like some kind of Chinese store, and I don't know. There's no telling, but
But I will say, we're symmetrical people as human beings, right? We want everything right. Okay, if this side looks like this side looks like this thing's centered. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So yeah, maybe it's a Guatemalan version. There's nothing wrong with that. Or maybe it is all the shirts are bound. So I will definitely take a gander. I love that shirt. Like I said, it's in a pile of shirts. When I'm here's TMI for everyone in the audience. When I'm picking clothes out in the morning, of like, oh, what the hell am I going to wear? I sort of stumble around in the darkness. My kids sleep in my bed, and I guess you're not supposed to do that either, probably. My fiance's in there, so I'm just trying to be as quiet as possible, and I'm just trying to, sort of reaching around. It's like a weird escape room, and then I find something. I'm like, all right, this looks black. All right, I think I wore something green yesterday. Boop, throw that on, and I stumble up. Oh, wow, this shirt or this. So that's sort of the science behind it. But hopefully one of these days I finally stumble back into the mango one. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you. My wife's real bad about. She works from home on Wednesdays, and a lot of times when I come home, she'll be wearing one of my freaking shirts, like outside working in the yard. And kudos to her for going out and working in the yard. But I'm like, I'll be like, is that, it's like, is that my grandma's blanket you have wrapped around you? Like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah, right.
But anyway, but no, I was also, I was going to say, I'm looking into the whole shirt thing for Indy, if anybody's interested and whatnot. And the biggest thing was with the shirts was just the shipping. The shipping, from what I sent out like 5 or 6 shirts to a few people.
Sure.
And I believe Philly Noodles got his. Philly's going to be giving Indy his. So Philly and Indy have one.
Yeah.
And so anyway, the shipping was what was getting me. So
how bad was it?
Well, I know one of them was $30.
Ooh, Jesus.
And so, which I was sending a couple up north and whatnot, and so I want to kind of get an idea. Maybe we can start getting an idea of who would be interested in one,
right?
And then
yeah,
I could probably drive and take some to some people, and then
sweet, you're gonna come visit. Let's go, batch on the road, baby.
And so maybe some people further up north, like I could either like send them to you and they could come to you, like in that area. And
hey, where are you at? Where is it in Arkansas? It's Pig something. What is it? Piggott?
Piggott, Piggott.
Okay, that's it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me see. Piggott, Arkansas to Oswego, New York. Dude, it's only 15 hours and 31 minutes. It's 1,000 miles.
I know, and this year I'm planning on I'm driving to New York this year for the tailgate.
Yeah. Oh wow, sweet. Okay, there you go. Yeehaw.
Yeah. So we'll get to we'll if people want to, and I need to get your number. I'll get it on Discord from you.
Yeah, you can give me a holla,
and then we can see. And I know we got some people in Florida. I could probably send some to Jared or Phil, and they could get with some people, so we could break it up that way, and that way we're not just sending them to every person's individual home and whatnot. So that would help. But yeah, we'll be in touch on that and everything. And then I'll just leave you with this question. I know we were talking about getting another compliment to Garrett Wilson, and do you think? I know you hope this. I know we all as Jets fans are hoping.
Yeah.
But do you think Mason Taylor? Do you think maybe he could be that piece this year, or do you think he's still got a ways to go? And I'll leave you with that question.
Appreciate you, Badshaw, baby. Man, a traveling man. I love that for Badshaw. Thank you for that. Fascinating question, and quite frankly, Badshaw, I haven't given it much thought, to be honest. But now thinking about it, what kind of leap can Mason Taylor make? They say that sometimes, from year 1 to year 2, you're not thinking about being a rookie. You're not going through the combine process. You're not going through that kind of business. And sometimes that can work out beautifully. And you could see that sort of seismic jump to the next level. So, yeah, maybe I'm underrating. It's a fair question, Betcha. Maybe I'm underrating Mason Taylor and saying there's not enough there. I'm like, come on, man, we need more weapons. And we bring up Brees all the time. We bring up Garrett, but we don't bring up Mason Taylor enough. And, his rookie season was what it was. He had injuries, and obviously the quarterback play was terrible. I mean, they were the 32nd ranked passing offense, and the next closest team was 25 yards away. Like, it was a significant seismic gap between the Jets being terrible and the next worst team from a passing offense. So it's not like he was overflowing with opportunity. But yeah, it's a good thought. I don't know. To me, it may still be a little bit rich to make that jump, but I love the question because the conversation should be had, and we should start, and I'm sure we'll do that over the summer. What's a real, so he was here, now where is he? Where do we think he can go? I think that's interesting. And also, what are the Jets doing? Are they tempted by the Kenyon Sadiq stuff? And how does that affect Mason Taylor? There's a lot of questions, but to your point, maybe that's the Jets feel really good about Mason. Good point. Again, we have a couple hundred people in the room. Make sure you guys like the video and hit subscribe here on the show. Let's keep rolling down the phone lines. Live from MetLife Stadium, it's Kyle Clifton, baby.
What's up, Boy Green? How are you?
Hey, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah. So I'm impressed by Mougey. Mm-hmm. He seems like he's thoughtful, and the trades have been great. I wish he would talk a little bit louder in his pressers, but I think we need to see a little bit more draft wise though, because day 2 was not terrific last year. And a lot of the stuff was stuff you would expect from a rookie GM or from an organization where a first time coach has outsized power.
Right.
So like the trading up for guys in the later rounds, like if they're lottery tickets anyway, stick and pick, man. Like if you're in the 4th round, if you had someone that slipped out of the 3rd and you said, okay, this guy is someone who can be a contributor, and for some reason he's still there, I get it. But like in the 5th and 6th to be trading around to me is crazy.
Right, because that's right with the Tyler Barron thing at the end, and that felt like an incredible reach. It felt like if you wanted him, he probably would have fallen into your lap. And that's how we lost, for people that are paying attention. We did the flip with Baltimore in that draft, and then we got the flip back, so they moved up around this year. That just felt overly aggressive for what they received. And obviously Tyler Barron was terrible. So
people have to realize what the draft is for. You draft for value, you don't draft for need. Right? So if you see value, you take it down. You try and marry it as best you can.
Of course.
Right, where you can, but that's not always possible. So you let people fall to you, or if you have the opportunity to come out of the spot and say, like, there is a cluster of guys we have rated at wide receiver here. We don't need a wide receiver. You go back. Right? Like, that's kind of what I'm looking to see from Mougey, and I have confidence that he'll get there because I think he's a smart guy, and he's a big part of it is having connections and being well liked. And I kind of felt like Joe Douglas was kind of siloed in a clique among the GMs, and I don't get that impression with Mougey. I get the impression that he's kind of liked across the league. I keep on getting to the point where I like back and forth, and I'm going to understand the pick for Reese, but I kind of want Styles. And the reason why is, like, if you have needs that can be serviceable starters at wide receiver and edge that you might be able to get at 16 and 33, why wouldn't you take the guy that is clearly a cut above every other inside linebacker and could be a 12-year starter and perennial Pro Bowler? Like,
what would you put the chances on it that the Jets just like surprise us?
Slim, and I understand why, because of the upside for Reese. You're talking about a guy. I'm not going to say LT, but could he be LT light, like with his skill set? Absolutely, right? Like, and we could use that element, right? A guy who is going to fill holes in the run game and maybe get at the quarterback and drop a little bit. But to me, like, the guy who's the no-brainer and plug-and-play guy is Styles. And really for me, it's a discussion between Styles and Reese, because I don't think that there's any other player you would take there too.
Yeah, I mean, it would be, man, if they, I don't know what pick they could make it to that would, really incense me, but man, Sonny would, like, if we're talking about, the opposite side of the fence, like elated, like, oh, wow, look at this forward thinking, let's go with this guy. And you feel really good about it, man. Sonny Styles certainly revs some engines.
And along those lines, like when I was saying about going back, if you're on the fence with these two guys, or if you value them similarly, the ability to go back a little bit here would be great, but not really beyond, say, you'd have to feel confident you would be able to come away with one of them. So
definitely, and to your day,
and I know how hard that is to do. So
no, very difficult, very difficult. And I would just say real quick to your day 2 point, right? So Mason is, it was what it was last year. He was injured. The numbers are really bad, but the quarterbacking was terrible. So take that for whatever you will. And then Zaria Thomas came in hurt, then showed up, and then got hurt again. So like that's a bag of hurt. Like you have to be a lot better on day 2. 33 and 44, especially if you stick and pick. Those have to be rock solid starters that you feel, quality starters that you feel really good about. Like that has to happen. That is non-negotiable. These are critically massive picks for the Jets. And then obviously if you trade around, whatever, but 33 and 44, that is just non-negotiable. Those have to be clearly better than last year. There's no doubt about it.
Right. I appreciate your time, BJ. Be good.
Thank you. There he is. Kyle Clifton, baby. Great. Thank you to Kyle. Join us on the show. Great thoughts. Yeah, Sonny Styles. Do we get some more Sonny Styles love to try to make all this happen? That, to me, very, very interesting. All right, we got plenty of callers here on the program. Love it, LOVE. And again, we'll have Aaron Glenn. What is that? 922. We're like 2 hours and change away from Aaron Glenn. So we'll have that coming up here in the near future. And he should speak for about 30 minutes at the Coach's Breakfast. That will be live stream. So I'll be taking a bunch of notes, and I'll be putting up some YouTube shorts on immediate takeaways, some articles and things on the things that are most notable for you guys out there in the audience. And then probably on the Wednesday show, we'll really dig into it on that. All right, let's go to our next caller extraordinaire. It is Ricky New York Live.
Hey, how you doing, Paul?
What's going on, Ricky?
Oh, just kind of sitting and relaxing.
Whoa, Ricky. Whoa. Before we get to whatever the hell we're going to talk about here, do you know what tomorrow is?
April 1st.
Okay. All right. Do you know anything else? Anything else about that date that is prominent in some way? Come on, Ricky. Thank Ricky. Come on, Ricky. You know, this is pretty seismic. Come on, Ricky. Come on, man. You're my guy. You got to know this. This is an absolutely thing you have to know. That's fine. You know what? I will help you because I am a man of the people. You know what it is. It's the draft day giveaway on the Ricky New York Live freaking YouTube channel, baby. Every caller in April is entered to win NFL Shop custom jersey of the Jets number 2 overall pick. Come on, Ricky. Come on, man.
But that's not till the end of the month, though.
Yeah, but every caller in April, so it starts tomorrow. The train starts chugga.
Yes, it actually does. But I don't have a show tomorrow, so technically it starts the day after tomorrow.
So wait, I can't just randomly start calling you like a spam caller? I just call into your house and just try to talk to you on the phone or something as a call into the show?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do
great,
that.
great. Okay, so showtime, but there you go. But enjoy it, people. Ricky New York Live, YouTube. Hit it.
Yeah, I may not be answering because I've been awake since like 2:00 yesterday afternoon.
Jesus. Good Lord, man.
I worked 14 hours last night, so I'm about to go to sleep because I got to do it again tonight.
Wow, you're a trooper, man.
Hey, you got to pay your dues. Got to pay your bills actually. But yeah,
That's
both.
both. That's true. That's funny. Yeah.
But
yes, sir.
Oh goodness! Now I
sorry, I threw you off your caboose. You had a whole thing, and I ruined it. I'm sorry, Ricky. I just get on my case sometimes.
No, you're good. I like Mougey. Mougey, when he speaks, he kind of reminds me of a friend of mine that was in the same industry as me, and just super knowledgeable. Very well spoken. I remember one time there was another somewhat big name guy in our industry, and the two had never met. And we were in I think we were in Portland, Maine or something. And he was talking, he's like, yeah, by the way, I finally met that guy, and I was like, oh, really? I was like, what did you think? And he like kind of looked at me and he went, nerd. And then he kind of grinned and he was like, no, dude, he was amazing. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to take offense to that nerd comment because I'm a nerd at heart, dude. I like doing my homework. I like doing research. I imagine the school career I could have had if I was like this back then. But see, that's the problem. School just needed to give me a topic I was interested in. I was capable. They just didn't properly motivate me. But dude, I like it. I think he's very decisive. I do, and I think you're 200% right that they know exactly what they're going to do. But now the rest is all open for speculation because it doesn't matter who you like or who you're high on. It matters how it all unfolds.
Of course,
ahead of you. So, but as far as two, and I mean, technically, if he wanted to, he could come right out and say it because we all know the Raiders are going to take.
Well, right. So who is it? So yeah, the Arizona Cardinals are on the clock. Like
Yeah, basically, like no one's going to be able to jump us.
Right? Definitely not.
So I mean, technically, he could say, but good for him. You know what? He realizes if he's told us who they were taking at number 2 now, it would rob us of another month's worth of content. So
that's a good point. So thanks, Mooch. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Mooch. But at any rate, man, wow, yeah. Now I'm I'm all out of sorts. That April thing messed me up.
That's all right.
You know what? I'm thinking, okay, well, obviously the owners' meetings are happening right now, but that started before April got here. And I was thinking like the NFL calendar, like, is there, like tags have come and gone. Like I'm thinking that there isn't anything that I'm missing. What am I missing here?
Yeah, because there's the league meetings right now. About it could be week of, but sometimes it's a week before. We have the pre-draft presser, so we'll get AG and Mougey again right before the draft, and the full pre-draft questions about pro days, workouts, needs, what's left. So we're going to get another touch point there. Then obviously the draft, the post-draft meetings of everything. They meet after every day of the drafts with us in the media. And then the schedule comes out mid-May. I mean, the NFL, hey, man, they've got this bleep figured out. And thank you from a content creator perspective. I appreciate you. They used to just randomly drop the schedule in April and sort of got lost in the sauce in the draft. So I much prefer, even though, like, I'd like to note right now, I like that they sort of stretch us out, put it in May. And now we have all these things. And then you run right into May, OTAs, mandatory minicamp. And then really the only true break is the end of mandatory minicamp, which is normally the end of mid-June. And then like for a solid month, there should be nothing unless your players are like, again, the Sheldon Richardson driving around at 100 miles an hour with a gun and marijuana in the car. So outside of those stories, which I hope does not break in that month of time, that's the only real true month away. So it's they've got this thing figured out, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a concrete date already for the schedule, or it's just like mid-May?
I've heard second week of May, so the 13th or 14th, but none of that's official. That's just some of the NFL schedule people that have told me that's going to be when they do it.
Okay. Yeah, because like that's the weird thing. Like we need to have like a set date for that. Like we have set dates for everything else.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
A set date. Give us. I mean, not that we're all not looking forward to it, but
right.
Me personally, I'm traveling to see games this year.
Cool.
And so I got to say, I need the schedule to come out because I don't know. Like until the schedule comes out, I don't know if certain games are going to conflict with work.
Right.
What's going on? I was planning on coming to New York this year. However,
no.
I may end up putting it on hold. Only because we're playing in LA this year, and I did also live in LA for a while. And
really? I didn't know that about you. Oh, so Ricky LA Live. Wow. Oh, okay.
I was young and crazy, and I was in a bunch of trouble here, and so my parents decided, you know what, we're going to send you to stay with your friends in Newport, Kentucky. And I got to the airport and I got really, really drunk, and I was going, Newport, Kentucky, that just sounds like it's going to suck. I don't want to do it. And so, a song came on the radio, and I was like, that band's from LA. You know what? A lot of the bands are from LA. I want to go to LA. And I stumbled up to the counter and changed my ticket and flew to LA and didn't know a soul. And I got there, and the airport limo guy was like, where do you want to go? And I was like, take me to the Sunset Strip. And he literally did drop me off right on the sidewalk, toting everything I owned behind me, and ended up staying there for like a year and a half. And had a blast. But
cool. Right. I got to get more of these stories. Nice.
Yeah, I was an idiot when I was younger, but I did have a lot of fun. So I'm probably going to go to the LA game this year and hang out with Addison and Rick Kent and some of our other great fans that are out there, and plus go and stomp around the old neighborhood for a while. So looking forward to that.
Cool.
Provided now, if the LA game conflicts with work, then I'll be heading to New York.
New York is back on. Okay. I don't know what to root for because, selfishly, I want you up here in New York for our Luby Woody tailgate. But I understand you're LA boys, your LA friends, the old West Coasters. So we'll see what happens. It's up to the gods. We'll find out in the middle of May.
Yeah, we'll find out. So, hey man, I wish I could do both, but that might be a bit much. But
I understand.
All right, man. Like I'm gonna go so some other people can get on here. I've taken up enough of your time already, but I will talk to you later this week sometime.
There he is, Ricky New York Live, and again tomorrow starts. But don't call him; leave him alone. Jesus, he's trying to get some sleep. But eventually call him at some point in April, and you are in the running. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Hail to the yeah. Salute to Ricky New York Live / Ricky LA Live / Ricky Kentucky Live. It's been a lot of versions. But it's good to see you. Beautiful. All right, let's head back to the phone lines here on the program. Again, we got a couple hundred people in the room. Look at this guy. Speaking of that tailgate, the Boy Green Woody tailgate tea. Look at that. Chef Kevin Gilbert, baby.
Hey, come on. That's spectacular, Boy Green, Woody, Luby. Hey, Chef's in the mix. Chef was involved with that. Hey, Ricky, we looking for that schedule too, man.
Yeah. And that's what I was just going to tell him. I'm like, my eyes are out for the schedule. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Where are the games? When are the games? All these things. So yeah, I'm looking at the schedule too, man. Yeah.
We trying to figure this out too. We had, what was it, 65, 70 something
That's right.
members that
Between
attended.
tailgate and game. Yeah, right around that number. So you killed it, man.
And it's going up, man.
Oh,
It's
I
going
think so.
up.
Yeah.
Subs is going crazy right now on the Boy Green show.
Oh yeah,
like,
baby.
The channel's looking crazy, man.
Yeah. Did you see you're in the intro now?
My man, yo, I was driving here because I'm off today.
Yeah,
I'll get to why I'm here, but
okay, all right.
I drove in. I'm hearing it, and then I'm like, I already like the song, the new version and all that. But now I'm like, I'm hearing talk like, oh, Chef Kevin's, whatever in it. I'm like, huh? I already saw it before. I see myself, but me, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the show. The callers. I don't consider myself, the top callers. I consider, the Heps,
very humble,
the Easies, the Badshaws. Ricky does his thing. FL Phil, like, for me, those are like, the Mount. I feel like I'm underneath them, but we're all here, man. We all have our parts and whatnot, and I feel like I have a big part in here.
Of course.
But yo, man, that song, man, what Gator did, what Hep did. That made me forget that, Hep a couple weeks ago talking about Simpson at 16. I'm like, okay, let's go. I hear him talking about, I think it was Vega. I'm like, yes, Hep, come on, man.
See, we're all coming together. It's beautiful.
Let's go.
Wait,
man, we need some dogs, man.
Whoa, everyone's got the shirt on. Lou B's here, baby.
Where Woody at? Come on, let's go.
Yeah, that's true. Where the hell is Woody? Where's
Fantastic
Woody
Four. Come on, man.
Look at that. The T-shirt, baby.
No, what time it is.
Here's Woody.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, there he is. Hey, Woody. How you doing, pal? Yeah, there you go. Woodster.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
What's
morning,
up, Chef?
B?
Mike BG. That video was incredible. The video was incredible. I was running through the airport. I'm getting messages, and I'm like, going to be late for my next flight. And I'm stopping my friends. Like, we can't stop. I'm like, Gator needs me. I'm like, I got to stop. Gator needs me. I'm sending all this stuff out, and we're going back and forth. And to see it come to life was incredible.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. I like how it's all come together. All right, damn it. Let's do it.
Oh, my gosh. It's Morphin time. To me, talking New York Jets is my superpower. Boy Green Daily starts now. Wow! Boy Green, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. It's up to this football, man. Boy Green, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily.
Amazing. So BG, I want to say this. So,
yes.
Gator makes the creative, right? But I make the actual live events. That's what I do for a living. I think that we should make some of this stuff in the video come true this year at the tailgate. We should bring a small stage. We should find someone that's a drummer. We can have to perform on this stage, obviously. Maybe Easy, if he keeps on practicing, we can audition him.
Easy owes us a visit anyway.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I talked all that shit last year of not coming, not going, and I still remember that stuff.
I made the Easy pasta, which was
Easy.
Come
on.
I tell everyone about how good your bag ziti is. I swear to God, I tell people all the time. But we got to make some of this stuff come to life.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
And I just want to explain what Beast is, because there's a few questions of what Beast is in the background.
Yeah.
Beast is my sprinter. My sprinter, I got it because I go to the Jet games. I wait to the end. A few years ago, there was a lot of traffic when you left MetLife. Now it's not so bad, which is sad. So I ended up having to get a sprinter, me and my friends, so that we can, wait to the end of the game, go to sleep, go to work the next day. So I do rent it out. It's also a business too, but I only rent it on non-Jet games. The Jet games is coming with me. Other than I got Giant fans that go in there and stuff, and I put on green lights to upset them, and I leave like Jet stuff around on the truck, but that's what Beast is. It's not the Beast, not the famous.
Oh yes, right.
It's Beast Sprinkles, but we got to really plan this tailgate this year.
Which, by the way, there's a suggestion. Mahar Khalil says,
"Wow."
Shout out to Mac. He was at the tailgate last year. $5 super chat. He says, tailgate party for the Raiders game. That's the only way we see Fernando at MetLife. Oh, I see. Thank you for that, Mac. But yeah, Jets Raiders game is sort of softy, though. That one intrigues me. I like storylines. That one I wouldn't mind beating the shit. Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't mind beating the shit out of him. Arvell Reese goes crazy and, opens up a can of whoop ass all over his candy ass all over MetLife. That'd be phenomenal. So sure. Yeah, I'll take Jets Raiders. We'll see where it is on the schedule, but that'd be nice. Yeah.
Or Jeremiah Love scores 4 touchdowns that day, and whatever Mendoza does, it doesn't matter.
Huh?
I had a feeling it was
Chef,
going to get.
Chef liked my draft yesterday. I spoke to Chef yesterday for a while.
You did? Yeah. Wait, I still have it here. Yeah, let me see. Where is this thing? Yeah, we definitely have it
the
here.
reason why I didn't pick Love here is because I didn't want to get instantly smashed on the chat. Like this chat is brutal sometimes. Whatever
they are very intense.
I say Love, they say hate.
All right, this was the Moogician. This was the Moodster.
No, this was the draft guru. This was
it was a solid draft, man. I was quite impressed, man.
I didn't even get done with this. That was a B. What did I get? A B?
Yeah. What was it on the banner? Yeah, turn off the banner, people in the back. Yeah, B+.
B+.
And I walked into that because I knew taking right would give me a bad grade. But that's my pick. But I would add in there.
Not too shabby there, Luby. Not too shabby.
Lou did his thing, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, what's on everybody's mind? So let's go through it. Chef, you were first. Please.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I just,
let me say it for you, Chef. Today's Chef is in a competition. He is going against Neil in Asmaniac Madness. This is a very, very crazy competition because I also watch that show every day. Yeah. And Neil's a long-time caller, and Chef is a very passionate caller. So this is head-to-head, Neil versus Chef. This is going to be a big one today, and I believe that the Boy Green family is going to support Chef a lot because Chef is part of Boy Green.
Sorry, Neil.
Obviously,
sorry, pal.
Neil is more of an Asmaniac than a
I believe so. I don't like pushing sides, but if we were. I think more Asmaniac, which is cool, but hey, our Boy Green people.
Well, Neil is a diehard Jets fan, a long Jets fan. He really is, and then even Chef knows.
But does he cook? But does he cook though?
No.
Does Neil cook though?
He eats. Whatever Chef.
I just want to know what takes stand out. His football takes. That's what I want to know.
There's so many takes. I can't. Yeah.
What are the takes? What are the football takes?
Quality over quantity. We need quality over quantity. Chef has always come with that quality.
I'm on island sometimes with my takes. Yeah, and I get the negative this and that. I don't care, man. I want to see wins. I'm not afraid to be wrong. It's okay. I'm afraid to be wrong. It's all good, but I'm not afraid to make my takes, football takes. And I stand on that. And I'm cool with whatever kind of stuff that goes on in the chat, stuff that goes in comments after the shows and all that. I'm good with that, man. I'm just having a good time. I'm a Jets fan, repping it. I support BG. I support Jake. The other cats too. Like the youngins. Like the Connor Longs, man. The next gen Jets. The Joshes, Jack, Chris. Those are some dogs, man. And then if you want to talk about Tree from Jets Worldwide and Asmaniac, Jets Worldwide, man. They do their thing. Nick Shine. There's a lot of cats, man. And then you got elites too. Jet Central. Like.
Oh, look at this. Kyle Clifton, who just called it earlier, says, I don't usually vote until both have their say, but I am an unabashed Chef fan. The vote is in.
I want to know, because we in Clifton's region, and I'm gonna bring it to Neil too. And he's definitely probably watching, even though, he said some stuff yesterday or whatever. He watches the show. And he just started commenting again, which is funny for me to see. But we in a region with Clifton, inside, outside. Yeah. All right. Like with that, you vote. When Clifton comes on, you vote. Neil don't vote. Neil ain't in the chats, man. You can't be an Asmaniac and not in the chats and not vote. I mean, that's bottom line. I'm an outside guy. Clifton know that. I stay outside. even when it's chilly.
Yeah, I can confirm.
I'm with it. I got my Jets take, so it's y'all let me know.
I spoke to Neil yesterday, and I spoke to Chef, so it was very funny because I had great conversations with both of them. Chef Neil called me late last night, telling me that he's going to the draft.
He's not a draft guy.
He's not a draft guy. So I said, Neil, you got to start to study the draft. And he's like, where do I start? And I'm like,
Cincinnati 16, Neil.
So so like when the Jets take anyone, what's his reaction? Is it nothing? Is it something? Is it like sort of reading the room?
He don't know the players in the draft.
That's what I'm saying.
He ain't gonna have no reaction.
Cheat sheet.
There you go. There you go. It says Jeremiah Love. When we select him, cheer. Okay. Understood.
Look, Neil knows how to have a good time. I can't take that away from him. The guy knows how to have a good time.
All right.
That's for sure.
Beautiful. Well. Oh, Chef, you said you're going to explain why you're at the Cloverleaf. And I imagine it's to eat because the food's phenomenal. But what other reasons are you there at the Cloverleaf Tavern?
I mean, Neil, he basically got me to pop out, man. I was just gonna keep it light at the crib, man. I was gonna keep it light at the crib.
It's war today with Chef. It's war.
It feels it. Oh my!
No, I really know what's going on here. There's a war happening today.
Yo, Neil called me out yesterday on Jake's show.
He did.
Saying,
what did he say?
Asmaniac. He said I'm not an asmaniac. He said I'm a boy green dude, which is cool. Yo, I rep. Yo, I got my style. I don't care. Yo, I got love.
You almost said that like an insult. What's wrong with being a boy green dude?
Yo,
what the hell?
That's how I took it.
That's a shot at me. You're taking a shot at my guy. You're taking a shot at me. You disrespect him. You disrespect me, Neil.
Shots
Coffee Club, the Espresso Man. Yo, he took shots at us.
We better show up.
I'm a passionate dude, so I brought it, man. I brought it. Yo, talk about my Jets takes. That's what I've been doing with Neil.
Yeah.
And then he went another way. I told him, yo, that was a sucker move. That was some bozo clown stuff, to now try to divide like that. Nah, yo, call me out on my Jet stuff. Call me out on my
Neil watches this show. Neil watches this show.
Yeah, he's called into this show before. Like, come on, he's coming in. He's bringing a knife to a gunfight. Like, come on, man, you about to get lit up.
I'm ready. Yo, I'm ready, man. I got my clips ready. Yo, I'm having
watching
fun
this right now. I know Neil's watching this right now, so I'm laughing inside. I love Neil, so
I can't give everything away, man. But yo, I'm here, man. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Let's square up.
You're getting your notes right, Chef.
Chef's
coming today. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yo, Chef was working all day, and it wasn't that Cloverleaf yesterday. He's getting ready for Neil.
I got the bulletin board, the locker room material.
Background searches on Neil. He's.
Oh, I can't wait.
Listen,
Get the
I'm
dirt.
going against Bonesy next week. I got problems.
Bonesy's in the chat. I see Bonesy in the chat
I'm
too.
Against Bonesy. I have no idea what to do.
Yeah,
Bonesy, yo, that's the champ. And Neil also said he's the number one Asmaniac. You can't be the number one Asmaniac if you didn't win Asmaniac Madness. That's what Bones did. And I went toe-to-toe with Bones last year.
Yeah.
Yo, he's a competitor. Yo, Bones is official, man. And he's the dog. He's a dog.
Bonesy. I got Chef's notes on Bonesy yesterday. I needed to know everything that I could use, but it's going to be tough.
That's beautiful. Shout out, by the way, to Barbara out in our chat. She came. She was very lovely. Got to meet her and her husband. She came to the tailgate last year. Definitely a Boy Green fan. I look at others, but I'm not a subscriber. She just peeks through the window. She doesn't commit. She commits to this guy. That's what I'm talking about, Barbara. That's what I'm talking about out there in the audience. Nice. Beautiful.
Okay. Yo, man, the callers, though. This is my thing. Callers, like, yo, the Kyle Cliftons, who was just on, yo, he's a dominant force, man. Yo, he calls into the coffee club, man. Respect there. It ain't I'm here or I'm there. Yo, it's a community, man. You know, you had the takes and all that, and then my boy Ricky NY, yo, he was just on, and now I heard it before Ricky NY, it was Ricky Newport's Kentucky. I mean, smoking Newport, just hey Ricky, man. Yo, Ricky comes with the takes, man. Ricky comes with the takes and the heat. Johnny Boy, Lou B, Philly Noodles. Yo, we all on it. But now we still trying to go, man. Just some fun stuff. But yo, shout out Austrian Jet fan, man. Yo, sorry that you're still going what you're going through, man. But yo, we thinking about you, man. It's good to see you on that intro too, man. Yo, that intro super fire. Cool. Intro's fire. Indy Jets, man. Yo, we thinking about you too, man. Johnny Boy. Get better, fellas, man. We all have these takes. We all talk about stuff, joke around and whatnot. But when it comes to health, we all here for one another, man. It's very important. With your dude, just with the Mougey stuff, man. I like that he didn't show his whole hand.
Yeah,
You know,
he didn't.
with
Definitely
how
not.
he talks, Joe Douglas. You know, I hated hearing Joe Douglas talk, but in the Mougey, you know, it sounds good. I'm actually happy Mougey's saying, "Yo, I'm happy with the wide receiver room. I'm happy
You
because
are?
hopefully, yo, that's some smoke screen stuff. You know,
Ah.
I hate our room, that wide receiver room,
Oh,
dude.
I see.
If we start the year with AD at 3 or 2, that's a problem, man. That's a problem. At 3 is like pushing it due to go ahead, man. Due to injuries. If there were no injuries, all right, cool. I'm cool with AD at 3, but realistically, we need AD at 4.
But I see what you're saying, right? Because, like, the teams are like, they watch a Mougey presser. Oh, wow. They don't need a receiver. Oh, all right. Well, I guess the Jets don't need a receiver. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, teams believe that. Believe that, teams. Excellent.
He's playing chess, man. He's
Yeah,
not
okay.
this
There
guy.
we go.
Let
And there's
Lemon
no
slip
shot.
to us, man. Let Sadiq slip to us, man. We need those weapons, man.
Yeah.
But I'm not
There's
gonna
no
take
shot
no
he's
more of
not
y'all.
trading.
I'm not gonna
He's
take no
gonna
more of
trade.
y'all time. BG, appreciate you, Lou B. You know, you're the dog. Have a good one, guys.
Hey, real quick, Chef, I just got to do this, you know,
Yeah,
because
let's go.
you're on the intro now. So let's give it to him. Let's vote for this man.
Music. Give me the music.
Let's
Give me
vote
the
for this.
music.
Come on now.
Yo, give me the music.
Oh, you want
Give me
the
that intro? Give me the intro music.
Here we go. Let's rock.
Come on.
Oh my gosh, it's morphin' time! To me, talking New York Jets is my superpower. Boy Green Daily starts now. Boy Green for the daily, for the daily, for the daily. Boy Green for the daily, for the daily, for the daily. Offense, defense, special teamwork, just football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, let's go!
Boom.
Yo, fire. Come on. If
go.
you don't get excited listening to that, man, you ain't a real one, man. I don't you know.
Yeah.
What we doing, man? I don't care what kind of music you listen to. If you
100%.
hear that, yo, you getting hype, man, especially in the morning.
All right. Good luck, Chef, today,
Yo,
my
let's
friend.
go, man. Need that support, y'all. Let's do this.
Let's go. Chef Kevin Gilbert joining us here on the program. One of the best in the business. And again, we running it back with the tailgate again. So more details to come for folks that weren't there last year. Don't miss it this time. You don't want to miss out. Lou B, what else is on your mind, sir?
Well, Gator couldn't shed a few pounds on you in that video.
That's true.
You're a little slimmer. I mean, he's
that's it. I got to be on the Boy Green diet plan. I got to
put your face on it.
more
BG.
svelte. 100%. There's some chub. There's some chub. Yeah,
a little bit. But I just want to say one thing. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, of course.
Mougey's going to trade in this draft. He is going to not
so.
go down like a regular GM. He is making a name for himself. This is how you do it.
Yeah.
You make trades, and he's done that. The free agency has been wild. This guy's going crazy, and that's all I have to say. But I can't wait to hear that when I'm with you guys, and this shit's going off like crazy, and moving up and moving down.
I just remember, Luby, you're a camera guy. You're a camera guy.
I'm the camera guy. That's
you
right.
got to get in. You got to get in. You got to get in the shot.
Looking for selfie sticks that are strong.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. See, I don't know about any of that. Yeah, that's what you need to do.
Going to be, a little bit crazy depending on who they pick. But BG, have a good day. And I love the video. It's great.
There you go. Awesome. There he is, Lou B, Super Jets fan. I can't wait to be with Lou B at the draft. That's going to be sick. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait. Should be a great time. Let's friggin' go. All right, let's finish up the show with a couple more callers here on the program. Let's go. Mr. Legendary Famous Fulton joins you on the program. Legend.
Good morning, Paul. How are you this morning?
I'm doing swell. How are you, sir?
Good. You see the new profile picture I have on?
Now, let me see here. Let me take a gander. Is this a golfing shot? What is happening here? Is that a kite?
It's a kite. Yep.
Oh, man, kite. Super underrated. I love kites.
Yep, it's a new one. It's a red and black one.
Okay. How high can your kite go?
Pretty high.
Ah, cool. Do you like kites?
Yep, I sure do.
How many kites do you have?
Just the one. Just the one kite. So.
Okay, nice. How often do you kite?
Just in the evenings, I think. if it's not
Evenings.
raining or anything.
Okay. All right. Great. How long do you kite for?
How long have I kite for?
Yeah, like when you go out at night, how long are you kiting for? An hour, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 10
just
minutes?
an hour. Just an hour.
Oh, okay. Are you running around? Are you letting sort of the wind take the kite? What's sort of the game plan when you're kiting?
Well, the wind takes it, so
okay,
it comes back up and it comes back down on the ground. So
okay, all right. I love that. And what is the wind like out there for the kite? Where are you? You're in Indiana, right?
Yep.
How's
sure
wind in
is.
Indiana?
Well, it is very high wind today. So
great. So a good kite weather then.
Yes. Yep.
But can it get too windy and then all of a sudden the kite's in danger? Does that at all happen? Yeah.
Not at all. It just
great.
It just comes and just flies up.
Yeah. And you said how high can your kite go?
It can go pretty high if I have the thing.
Okay. Do you like to kite by yourself, or do you like kite with your mom or your friends or something?
I like to do some kites with my grandpa.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's awesome. Oh man,
He
it seems
used
like
to-
you and your grandpa are close.
He used to do a kite back in the day.
Yeah.
So he did it back when he was a kid or something like that.
Did he have a key attached to the kite?
I'm not sure if he did or not.
Okay, well, we'll have to ask him the next time. That's good. So, oh man, that's cool though. I love it. What did you did you just get this kite?
Well, I did. I made it at the Pacific Chef for the day program yesterday.
Wait, shut the front door. You made the kite?
Yep, I sure did.
Holy crap. I didn't know you could make kites. That's cool, man.
Yep. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Oh, do you have the kite?
Show you. Yes, I do.
Oh, we're outside.
Right.
Oh, cool. All right, great.
Yep.
Let's go.
Hang on. I
Let's see
gotta
some kite action
get
here.
my
Nice.
camera here.
Okay, that's all right. Ah, sweet. Yeah, let's take a
And here it
gander.
is.
Where is it? Wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, man. That's a parrot with a pirate hat. Cool.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Yep,
Can we see this kite? Can we see this kite fly?
Sure.
All right. Cool. All right. Cool. All right.
Oh, here it goes. Hang on. I gotta.
Yeah. Ah, nice.
I gotta get that back up here.
Yeah. We just got to get some wind action going on. Yeah, there we go.
Yep. Come on.
MTV kites. Yeah.
It should be coming up here in just a second.
Yeah, that's all right. No worries. Yo Holmes is saying you're a kite maker. You're a multi-talented individual. That's for sure.
Yep. What's going on here?
Yeah, come on, wind. Let's pick up.
Yeah,
Get some
that
kite
wind
action.
is like crazy today.
Yeah.
Come on. If I can get it picked up.
Let me see if I can. Is that doing anything?
Not sure.
No, I don't think. I'm trying to.
I just gotta wait until the wind comes up.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if you want, Mr. Famous Fulton, I'll check back in with you before the end of the show, and you let me know if your
Sounds
kite
great.
can go.
Sounds great.
Thanks, Mr. Famous Fulton. We'll check back on your kite. All right. We'll let that develop behind the scenes. We'll go live to Kite Cam coming up a little bit later in the show. All right, let's get another call in here. Knowledge of Jedi. While we're waiting for Kite and Wind to blow up North Stream, we go to Knowledge. What's up, Knowledge?
Hey, what's going on, Boy Green? How you been?
Hey, not too shabby. Good to see you, pal.
I'm all right. I feel like Mougey's interview, because I watched it prior to coming on to the show.
Yes, sir.
I feel like he's not really tipping his hand. Like he's not. He answered a lot of those questions pretty vague. Like even though he was direct and he had what he was saying, he wasn't really giving away anything. What he mentioned though is that he is going to look for another veteran quarterback before the draft. And then when they did ask him about Ty, he goes, we're looking for people. Of course, we're looking for people with a lot of sample size, but I don't see anything that would deter us from hiring him. So I think, I'm still thinking we're gonna get a QB at 103. I feel 103 is the sweet spot for this quarterback class for us. I don't know about for everyone else, but for us, I feel like that's when we should be ready to pull the trigger on who's left on the board.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? Also, he's talking about that the receiver room is good, but you never know if he's going to get a veteran in there or if he's going to try to work a trade to try to get somebody else in there right now, because a lot of the names he mentioned, they still have a potential ceiling. So I guess he's leaving room to see how you want to work them. Maybe that's how he's trying to sell it. But I feel that we're still going to target. It's just he's not going to tip his hand. It's like poker. These GMs got to play poker even with the media, because the media is looking for anything to put out there to blast it that this is linked to the Jets, that's linked to the Jets.
Of course, right.
You know what I'm saying? At this point, Cam Newton's linked to the Jets. You know what I'm saying?
They all are.
You know what I'm saying? Like we are never going to know what they're trying to do, because that's how you're going to stay ahead of the curve, like being a man of mystery when it comes to something like this, because you give out a little information, they'll run wild. Next thing you know, people are jumping up to grab your guy to get him ahead of you. What if somebody else likes him as much as we like him, and we're dropping names, and next thing you know, poof, he's gone before we even get to our pick. Because I have that experience, because I have children, so my son plays youth baseball.
How many kids do you have?
Yeah, like baseball normally.
How many kids do you have?
Oh, I have 5.
5? Whoa, mamacita! Knowledge of Jedi. First off, I mean, whoa, wait a second. Aware of your game. I wasn't aware of your game. 5 kids. What are their ages? What do you
got? 20. One's turning 17. The other one's 14, turning 15. I got a 4-year-old turning 5, and then tomorrow I have a 2-year-old. The youngest one.
Good Lord, 2. Have mercy. God bless. First of all, congratulations. That's amazing. Okay, wow. All right, you got you're getting closer to a full football team there. That's all right. You were on the way.
Hey, you never know. Right now, I got a basketball team. Hopefully,
that's not bad. Yeah, that's a good sport to start with. Wow. Okay, 5. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. When you said you had kids, in my head, I'm like, maybe 2. He said kids, so it's plural, but 5. Wow. Okay, that was over.
Should have just said children at this point, right? Should have said children.
I guess so. Okay, nice. So, anywho, back to your story. Which one of your kids is doing what now? You said?
Oh, I coach one of my sons in baseball, right? I coach him in football too, but I coach him in baseball, and during baseball, we have to do a tryout and we draft our baseball team.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, whenever you're tipping off to anybody there that you like somebody, I guarantee you when it's the draft, if you're not seated in a proper way to grab them right away, there's somebody that saw that you were interacting with that kid and that kid looked happy to talk to you. They think you're interested in him. Next thing you know, when we draft right after the tryout, he's off the board. He gets off the board by one of the other coaches that have been spotting me who I'm talking to. Like, it happened to me the last 2 years. Every time a kid approaches me to talk to me like they want to be on my team, we enter the draft. By the 3rd round, boom, that kid is picked by somebody else before he falls to me. So if we're here, if that happens on a youth level, with just regular people, imagine on a professional level, you tip your hand, people would trade up, take that guy right before you. They'll find a way to trade right in front of you. Like, I feel the past couple of years when I used to call on the Michael K show, because I've been a Jets fan my whole life, but
yeah, right.
I want to say like 9 years ago, I used to call in at night when I worked security to Michael K and tell him who I feel we should draft. And for some reason, either the Cleveland Browns must have been listening to that show as well, and the Giants, because the person I felt fit us when I gave my opinion, the Giants will pick them ahead of us, like the pick right in front of us. The Giants will pick that guy, or the Browns will pick him. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, how is it that I'm talking specifically about the Jets and the guy that I feel would fit the Jets the best, the Browns draft or the Giants draft? It just feels like you can't really let nobody know who you're interested in. because maybe nobody was looking at that person. It's kind of like when you're single. When you're single, you feel like nobody wants you. As soon as you get like when you're young, as soon as you get a girlfriend, now all of a sudden 20 people wanted to date.
That is true. Totally can confirm that.
I liked you.
Yeah. What the hell happened? Wait, when I was available, nothing. I'm not available. All of a sudden, whoa.
Exactly. As soon as you're unavailable, everybody wanted to get you.
Every time.
So I don't feel he's gonna tip his hand. Like the draft is what 22 days away, 24 days away.
24 days away.
It's still almost a whole month. If he tips his hand now, tips his hand now, we may have the number 2 pick, but we can't draft everybody at number 2. We might use number 2 to get more picks. We might fall back, like we said, or like we talked earlier. Like we might fall back to maybe 7, 8, or 9, or we might use 16 to move up. But we only have 9 picks right now. We started with 12. Now we have 9. Are we going to add more? Are we going to use less? Or are we just going to focus on trying to get premier guys?
It's a good question. Hey, Knowledge, hang on tight a second here. Hang on 1 second here. So first off, Philium says, Paul, no one can ever say they didn't get their kite questions answered when you're the interviewer. That's true. We were on Kite Watch with Taylor Sterling. Mr. Famous Fulton says his kite is ready. Is that correct, Mr. Famous Fulton?
Yep, it sure is.
Okay, let's go. Let's get some kite action here.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Nice. Right. Up there it is.
Yep.
Oh, whoa, Jesus. Oh, Lord.
Came
right at the camera there.
Yeah, dude.
Hell? Whoa,
Here it
geez, that
comes.
was impressive.
Here it
Okay,
comes.
here we go. All right.
Here we go.
Let's
Come
kite.
on. That wind needs to come here somewhere.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, kite me like a hurricane. Yeah, there we go. Sweet home kite. Okay. Shout at the kite. Okay. All right.
Here it comes.
All right. Oh, we're getting there. Okay. Can kite go higher? Can we get kite higher?
Yeah. Yep, it should be. Oh, here it comes.
I'm hearing the wind. Oh, okay. Oh,
yep, here it comes. Here it comes.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Nice. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kite me. Go. Nice.
Yep, here it goes.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Now we're picking up some steam. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, can you kite even higher? Can you get it? Yeah, try to get it up in the sky.
I can try to get it up there.
Yeah, there you go.
If I can.
Yeah, it's okay. Whoa, it's swirling around. Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
There you go.
Wow, awesome. Well, Mr. Famous Fulton, thank you for the kite, and keep us posted on all your kite endeavors, okay?
Yep, I'll do more shows for you in the future.
There we go. Kites. Mr. Famous Fulton. What a hell of a kite flyer. A kiter? Kite flight? I don't know. Anywho, Knowledge of Jedi. We had to get our kite update in there. All right, beautiful.
It's all right.
Yeah, let's get back into it here. Yeah.
It's all right. But yeah, the interview with Mougey, I feel like I don't think you're really buying or selling anything. I think you're just listening to a vague response on them not trying to tip their hand. Now he answered.
Yeah, because even on the Will McDonald one, right, where he starts going, "Hey, yeah, we anticipate doing that, but not official." So, like, even that wasn't 100% locked in, but it's leaning in that.
Because look, he's saying stuff like that because you don't want nobody to think that you're all in on the edge rusher at 2. You still want people to believe you might take Love. Or take somebody else that other people want. You never, you don't want to tip your hand. Like number 1 overall right now, everybody knows that there's only one quarterback and that the Raiders need a quarterback. So, and then Tom Brady went to the national championship. So all signs lead that the Raiders want Fernando. You know what I'm saying? So, but right now it seems every quarterback needy team wishes they could draft Fernando. Are they going to be willing to give the Raiders a boatload? The Raiders just flipped the script and spent all that money and supposedly have the most cap space still available. How is that possible if they still got to pay Max Crosby? I'm a little confused. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a little confused. Was it that they were spending low for so long and they had all that cap space? They don't have dead space like everybody else, besides the Geno Smith contract for trading him to us. Like, I don't get how they still have the most cap space. They're trying to say on the internet that they still have, like, after getting all those guys in free agency, it's got like almost 90 million. Like, it seems unrealistic the way they were paying out. But I just feel like you never know. You never know what's gonna happen in the draft. What if they pass or they didn't put the if when that thing chimes that they're on the clock and within 3 seconds they're not announcing it's Fernando Mendoza, then who knows what's happening.
They're definitely, you know, I've heard this before that the NFL says, hey, like sort of milk it here. Because obviously, you know, they should have known this a long time ago, but sort of milk it for the shows and everything, like the people at the draft, like don't just like let's sort of build up the drama here a little bit, even though I don't think there's any drama. I think he's definitely going.
I'm telling you, I think the people that are going to create the drama in the draft is us. Like, we're right there at 2. Everybody already knows they're going to go after Mendoza. And nobody knows exactly who we want at 2. And we could do whatever we want there. We could trade back, get more picks, so we could get a 3rd round, 5th round. Because think about it, with 2, you could press them to give you, like I said, with the Saints gave me their 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 7th next year, like half their draft. It was unrealistic, man. It's a simulator. I don't think it's realistic. Like the other offers they give you for trades, but
that's not always perfect, right?
It does seem like 2 has the highest value right now. You know, outside of 1, 2 has the highest value. So if you're gonna trade back with 2 or trade any pick, 2 and 33 are the 2 that have the highest value for the Jets to trade a pick and try to get more picks. But that's only if who your guy is, you feel nobody else has a need for him prior to you falling back. Because there's only 11 blue chippers, man. And I think, you know, supposedly 3 of them are edge rushers. So it's like everyone thinks we're going to take Reese at 2. What if we're not interested in Reese because he's really a linebacker, not an edge? Right. We want to make him an edge because you could visualize him like a Micah Parsons. But
hey, do you think this guy? So we're getting a super chat in here. I want to get your thoughts on this here. Knowledge. Let's go to Truman Dumel with a $10 golden super chat here. Wow. Is Ty Simpson really better than Mendoza? My heart is not buying it. Nope. What do you think about it? Is the Ty Simpson buzz? You buying?
Well, I think the thing is that what leads people to believe it's going to be his football IQ, right? But Fernando Mendoza is a super intelligent human being. Like, he finished business school and college in 3 years.
Yeah, Cal. Let's say, yeah.
Yeah, like that. That's not something easy. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? And then he progressively got better every year. Like, it's hard to compare a guy who sat and waited for his turn and only got 15 games versus a guy that transferred and then went undefeated and dominated the entire college football scene when it was his time. Like, there's no way I'm going to believe Ty Simpson is a better football player right now. Right. In this moment right now, it's a no. Maybe projected in the future, maybe yes. But that's something you could never know, is tell the future. No one's Cleo the psychic. But at this moment, Mendoza's better. Because
Truman
proven game film.
Yeah, Truman, we want to, as Jet fans, we want to believe this is true, because then we're like, you know what, maybe it's better we didn't get the number 1 overall pick, because then that's what people said back in 2021 with the Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson stuff. Trevor Lawrence was the runaway guy forever, and we thought we were going to get the number 1 pick, and then we didn't, and then we ended up at number 2, and at first, everyone's like, Trevor Lawrence, and then someone said, you know what? Zach Wilson's better than Trevor Lawrence, and we were like,
so,
and we were like, really?
I remember that draft, and when they were talking about Zach Wilson, and then they tried to compare him as an improviser like Aaron Rodgers, that he could
Patrick Mahomes, even, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't know, man. You know, at college, I don't feel that he played like well against like the SEC and. Well, like, you know what I'm saying?
Cupcake schedule for sure.
He just, to me, it was just like Trevor Lawrence was considered a generational QB, and so far he's been trying to help one of the worst franchises in NFL history stay afloat and be competitive. And I think the Jaguars had a good draft that year because when they took Lawrence, I think they got ETN in the same year.
Correct. Yep. Teammates. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I felt like they took two kids that were comfortable with each other from Clemson and put them on the same
Which
team.
makes sense. That makes sense. That made sense. Now he's in, or Travis Etienne now, apparently is how it's pronounced, which is confusing as all hell. So, yeah, he's in New Orleans now. But, again, Truman, I want this to be true for obvious reasons. And maybe to Knowledge's point,
He's
eventually
the second best quarterback considered on the board. Everyone wants it to be true. We need a QB.
Right. Yeah,
but at the same time,
it's just not.
He could have such a high ceiling projection wise that if we show interest in him, somebody's gonna come up and pull up and grab him.
Yeah.
So I think it may not be a smokescreen, but then again, we're doing the same thing for him, for Carson Beck, for Drew Adler, I don't know. I think you mentioned a guy that I didn't even think we would grab until the 5th round. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't be there. But I feel that right now the Jets are going to do their due diligence on every available quarterback. I'm surprised they haven't talked to Colin Kaepernick. I'm surprised they haven't talked to some people who are hungry to be back in the league as a veteran. Because I know Cam Newton is considered still active. He just got a show. I know he's saying,
when's the last time he played, by the way? Pull up old Cam Newton. When's the last time that bastard suited up? He's 36 now, so
he's only a year older than Gino. Come on.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he hasn't played since 2021. Oof. Okay, I didn't realize it's been 5 years, but
5 years.
Former
Vinny
MVP.
Testaverde came off the couch in the middle of a freaking season and brought us to the playoffs, baby. So it don't really matter. Look at who this game. How long Rivers been out?
Sure. Yeah, he was having like 5 years.
Out looking like he's been doing keg stands in his time off.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it has a bit of a beer belly there. But the
None
former
of it
league
matters,
MVP. He's still 6'5", I guess. But
at the end, it comes to how smart you are, man. Like everything, those are people that have experience already, that been at the stage. They already know up here how fast you got to play and how fast you got to prepare. Now their body will have to catch up.
Sure.
The real thing is can their body withstand? Cam Newton's a freaking nature, man. He's 6'6". Yeah. Freaking, it was to the point they changed rules for other quarterbacks and not him. That he was getting whacked left and right, and they wasn't calling the same things when people hit him versus hitting Tom Brady. That he even said it, yo, call it the same way, man. I know I'm a big guy, but still, I'm playing the same position. Like, call it the same way. But what I'm saying is, there's people out there. There's people out there that we're not talking about, and that are still going to say they're available as QBs. People don't even get the UFL's farm system. We could be watching our future QB right now playing spring football. He said, everybody is open to all options. So we could get a Kurt Warner. Somebody could be killing arena football right now. We could get a Kurt Warner that was bagging groceries, and maybe he's the guy to bring us a freaking Super Bowl. But not saying him himself, but somebody, i.e., that's in that storyline.
So I got to treat my bag. So when I go to Price Chopper or Walmart, I got to treat the baggers with more respect, because that could be the next quarterback of the New York Jets.
Hey, if your bagger's 6'5",
yeah, that could be a sign. That could be a sign. Whoa, buddy, do you play football? He's like, I haven't, but. Yeah, interesting. All right, I'm going to start scouting baggers and try to see if someone fits the sort of archetype, prototype that we're looking for in a Jets quarterback.
I'm just saying, right now, I think they're talking about the UFL has 2 quarterbacks that are top quarterbacks in the country.
All right.
And if you look at the NFL, then how is it that they're not in the NFL then, or not being lured? Because there's no way the money there is more than this. So.
That's true.
How are we not looking at them as our farm system as well? We should be taking a peek. A lot of players are ex-NFL players over there.
Hey, good thoughts, Knowledge. Again, I will start looking immediately here locally, the upstate New York area. And if I find anyone, I will text the Jets and let them know. So, Knowledge, you've dropped a lot of knowledge on the show today. I appreciate you, pal.
I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah, there you go. 5 kids. Good night. Shout out to Knowledge. Learning more about Knowledge every day. Let's get another kite update. Mr. Famous Fulton?
Yeah, got another kite update for you.
Okay, let's get some slack going. Oh yeah, now we're picking up some steam. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we all.
Let's give it some slack. Maybe start running. So maybe start just sprinting. Yeah, here we go.
Is that good?
Let's get some movement. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, let's go. There we go. Oh yeah, that's nice. Look at that kite. Okay, nice. Don't trip, but yes, nice. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Up. Yeah. You just got to get some get a full sprint going, and then just
here it comes.
Yeah. There you go. Go. Yeah. Get some kite action here. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that beauty. Yeah.
Here it goes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we're getting some good. Yeah. Run, Forrest, run. There you go. That's what old Tommy said. Run, Forrest, run.
Yeah.
There we go. Some nice verticality here on the kite.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure is.
Yeah. Run around like you just don't care. Hands up in the air. Nice. Great work, Mr. Famous Fulton. We'll check back in.
You.
Keep kiting.
I will.
Buddy. There he is. Dance like you've never danced before. Yeah. Shout out to the kite man. Our audio-only listeners are probably incredibly confused by me just randomly saying words about kites and weird wind sounds, but we have a caller, Mr. Legendary Famous Fulton, that is flying a kite outside. He talked about a kite, and then all of a sudden, whoa, he's outside. He had a kite, and he was showing us footage of him running with the kite. So again, the audio-only listeners, maybe that's a magical experience. I don't know. It's sort of like picking up a seashell in the ocean, closing your eyes, just putting it up to your ear, and just saying, what's going on here? I guess that's going on. Yeah. Anywho, let's go back to the phone lines. Johnny boy, hey, you now just sort of stepping on your toes. He said 5 kids he has running around there in the universe. Stepping on your turf, man.
Hey, it's all good. I mean, that's what happens when you get long hair, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Business up front, party in the back. Hey-o. All right, what's up, Johnny boy?
Hey, what's your thoughts on the actual the kid that's coming out of I think it's Arkansas, named Kite. He's actually ascending onto a lot of people's big boards, if I'm not mistaken, and there's a possibility that he might go at 2. Any truth to this? They say that he's really good, especially when it's very windy weather up there, and he knows navigate through it all as well. Not cold weather, even better, sunny and bright outside. But what's your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I've heard the only problem is with Kite is that I've heard sometimes he sails some of his long balls, going deep. The 40-yard dash can sort of be intermitting. Based on sort of the weather situation. Weather's a big factor. You sometimes talk about that with players, sometimes kickers or whatnot. But this Kite kid, that sometimes is an overarching factor in his effectiveness. And as we've seen, I mean, even, today in some realms and some of those scouting reports, sometimes, you just don't have it. But, you just sort of got to keep encouraging Kite to try to, look inside itself, to try to unlock a new level of Kite to see if there's a higher plane to reach. But yeah, he's got a lot of potential. Macho believes Kite at 2 is a bit of a reach, but perhaps a slide to 16, a little bit of a runway, a little bit of, opportunity. Perhaps that can, that Kite can soar. We still have another 24 days before the draft. So draft stock can sort of rise or fall based on circumstances.
Yeah. Some are saying that he's actually soaring over the competition at the current moment.
Oh, is he? Wow. Flying high. Great.
Okay. So that's why I think at 2, there's a possibility for us, but he might go, number 1 overall.
He could. I could totally see it.
Yeah. He's met with a lot of different organizations at the moment, but he actually he had a private workout as well as
did he? Oh, wow.
With Ty Simpson, and dude did great with the Jets. So I think AEG and them are talking really well about him. So I really hope this happens. I think it'll be a good pick for us, especially we're going to be there.
Yeah, but you want to extend the lead. Wow, wait, back to Mr. Famous Fulton. There's an update now. Mr. Famous Fulton.
Hey, I'm back for an update, Paul.
Okay, where's her update? Oh wow, I'm seeing like some Peter Pan shadow action. Okay,
yeah,
nice.
here it comes.
I think he's flicking.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Yep. Here it comes.
Okay. Oh, there it is. All right, there we go. Back in shot. Okay. Nice. Beautiful weather out there in Indiana. Very nice.
Yes, it is.
Have you run into Fernando out there?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay. Well, if you do, definitely let us know.
Yeah, I will. I will let you know.
Yeah, sure.
I'll keep you updated more. Kite coming up.
Okay, great. There you go. Some kite action.
I mean, BG, you know what AG said? Who wants to fly with the effing Jets, man? So
yeah, I think we have that clip actually, and was Kite in the locker room when this happened? That is a good question. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Right
Who wanna fly with the
I heard him in the back. Kite just wooed.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, look, I think it's a good pick, but hey, today on the Asmaniac stuff, it's gonna be a really good one, man. But you know who I gotta endorse, man? I gotta endorse our guy, Chef Kev's in the building, man. So
hell yeah.
Shout out to Chef. Keep doing your stuff, man. But hey, shout out to.
By the way, I see this. Neil, by the way, has been just started watching the show. He said, "I never said that, Chef." And he said, "Stop putting words in my mouth, please." Yeah, he said, "Stop putting words in my mouth."
Oh,
like, ooh,
man.
so Neil's getting a little testy. Testy. Yeah, I don't want your bobo, pal. No, I don't want your bobo. You have your bobo.
But yeah, but hey, all jokes aside, you know, the Kite thing was pretty funny actually. So
yes.
shout out, Macho started talking about putting him at 2 or 16. Yesterday when you heard Mougey, dude, they're not giving out anything. I think you still are into it, and I'm like, damn, I don't know what move they could go into at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the conversation about the wide receiver is to kind of keep us off the scent of the trail of what they're trying to actually do, you know? So I think we're still, I think we're going to pick up a wide receiver, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I think it's very possible. It is very possible. Come here, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come here. You want up? Oh, it's okay, little fella. It's okay. Oh, you want to go see Mom? Here you go. Here, go see Mom, buddy. I'm sorry. Oh, geez. You dropped your bobo, pal. Here you go. Sorry, pal. Hey, Jets. Jets. There you go, bud. Oof. All right. I guess not. But here you go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Here you go. Here's some of this. Hopefully this will make him feel better. There you go. Beautiful. And look, the Hepster's back.
Hey, Hep.
Hey guys. You know what? I saw PE3 on, and it reminded me of he's at the age. There's a program called Trash Truck.
Trash Truck.
You can get it. I think it's on Netflix. And
okay.
Yeah, he would love that program. They become obsessed with it. Kids
love. That's awesome.
Little boys love garbage trucks for some reason. I don't know what it's all about, but
I love that. Okay, great. Now, thank you. Trash Truck. I'll put that on the list. Nice. We do have Netflix, so I'll jump on that. Watch the show Trash Truck. There it is. Hep, the old Trash Truck. Yeah. So Kite. I mean, we've really covered a lot of ground today. Mooch, Kite, the prospect. I mean, Trash Truck. I mean, more. Look at this. I mean, just Mr. Famous Fulton's going crazy over here. Still, look at that.
Here we go.
We are kiting it up, baby. Kite. Wow. Nice, great. Shout out to Mr. Famous Fulton. Great kite action.
Is that kind of an insight on how the potential season of the New York Jets is going to go this season for us? One moment we could go up, go down, and then down, then maybe go up.
Wow, by the way, I'm seeing this from my fiance. I just went in the other room. She said, my daughter, Zariah Luna, or her nickname Zoe, is in the other room. She says, turn daddy down. Like I'm being too loud out here with all the Jet yelling or yelling about kites. And apparently I am too loud. So that's riveting. Can't wait to check on that later after the show. So nice. So there you go. Unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, the draft's going to be sweet, man. I mean, we're going to be soaring like kites. I mean, we're going to have a lot of kite action. That's going to be happening, man. I can't believe it's 24 days away. Like, it hasn't hit me in the brain yet that we're all going to be there. So,
yeah. But hey, last thing.
Yes, sir.
He talked about the quarterback, right? And they're actually going to get who's out there anymore that you would say, hey, let me go ahead and get a backup, because it's a backup at this point.
100%.
You know, so I mean, is Tyrod coming back?
Let's go. So available, not okay. Unrestricted free agents. I'm hitting all the lists. Who's available? All right. So here's the list according to Spot Track. So Kirk Cousins, he ain't coming here. Aaron Rodgers, he ain't coming here. Russell Wilson, I mean, maybe he lived in New York with Ciara, so maybe that's possible. All right. So you have Russell Wilson, you have Tyrod Taylor, Cooper Rush. Jimmy Garoppolo, would he come here? I don't know. I mean, I feel like one of those guys is going to be available because apparently the Rams want Garoppolo or Cousins. So one of the two is going to be available. Cousins ain't coming here. So I guess Jimmy Garoppolo is possible, I suppose. And then we're in the Brandon Allen, Teddy Bridgewater, John Walford, a former Jet from a couple of years ago, Easton Stick, Brett Rippon, Skylar Thompson, Hendon Hooker. I mean, Willie. This list drops off real quick, like Johnny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then the last thing is, what are the wide receivers that are left over that we could potentially pick up? And do you see us doing that, like a vet wide receiver? I mean, Jennings is still out there, right?
He is, yeah. So I think what he needs, and this is no offense to this
lower his amount. That he wants.
Yeah, that's basically it. You know, to say that in the nicest way possible. You know, I guess I could say with all due respect, and that he won't take it as such. But like, you know, he's out there, and there's a bunch of receivers I'm going to say that I don't think are coming to the Jets. Like Tyreek Hill, he's not coming. Stephon Diggs, he's not coming. Like, could Debo? Would he come? And then you have like Curtis Samuel, DeAndre Hopkins. There's still a lot of big name guys. Like the names are bigger, like Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Debo Samuel, Juwan Jennings, DeAndre Hopkins, Keenan Allen still out there. I'd love some Keenan Allen action. Let me see who else is out here. Yeah, I don't see that. The Juju Smith-Schuster's out here. What the hell? MVS, Brandon Cooks. I mean, there's a lot of names sort of buried in here. I guess my favorite of this group is probably Keenan Allen. If he's got anything left in the tank, I'm probably bringing some Keenan Allen action.
So then would you say we probably go 2 more wide receivers in this upcoming?
That's what I want.
Or, you know, or
I want 2 more. I want 2 more pass catchers.
Or would it be crazy if they went ahead and just, you know, a couple of dart throws and ended up getting 2 rookie QBs that are there?
Wide receivers you're talking about, right?
Nope. And I'm talking about quarterbacks.
Oh, quarterback. Oh, 2 rookies. I mean, that's possible, I suppose, but you know, I don't know if I love emulating the Cleveland Browns, but possible. Well, because like here's the truth, right? Does Tyrod Taylor rev the engine of Jet fans? Probably not. So, like, in this year of it, probably not. Like, could Geno just be, you know, he's the single dad with 2 young sons, and they're just sort of there learning. You're right. Do you get some Carson Beck, your guy, Drew Aller, and somebody else? Do you do 2? Like, I haven't had it on the bingo card, but maybe, you know.
Like, maybe the whole Drew Aller, and then you look at Altmaier from Illinois.
Oh, Altmaier. You've been a big Altmaier guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he gives you the really... Altmaier's good, man. A lot of people are not giving him any kind of love yet, but go check him out. You guys get a chance. Okay. BG, do your thing, man. Appreciate you to come up here real quick. Show some love to our guy, Chef Kev. Yeah. Hey, vote. It's going to be a real fun one, I think, at least today, man. It's going to be nuts. But, hey, 24 days, you said?
24 from today. 24 days, yeah.
Can't wait, baby. Let's go.
Can't wait to see it, Johnny boy. Let's go. There he is, Johnny Boy of the Jets Worldwide team. Wide. All right, folks, I got to dip because Aaron Glenn speaks in an hour, and I've got some more stuff cooking. Shout out to our buddy, Mr. Legendary Famous Fulton, for his kite flying. But I got to get ready for that AG presser. I will keep you guys posted with the latest news, nuggets, everything from that AG conversation. You should speak for like 30 minutes at the coach's breakfast, so we will have you covered for that. Make sure you guys on the way out like the video, hit subscribe, show your support, baby, and spread the gospel of all things Boy Green Daily. Again, another shout out and love sent out to the PFF people that hundreds lost their jobs yesterday, which is incredibly sad news, including my two good buddies, Dalton Wasserman and Trevor Sikkema. They're going to land on their feet, super talented people. And, again, our thoughts are sent out to everyone that lost their gig over there at PFF. We're thinking about you. Shout out to NFL SC. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.